Last time on Just Roll With It, a giant fucking harpy came to kill us.
This large humanoid figure begins to part through the clouds, and you see now it is feminine. It is a female figure. It's one of these harpies.
It was a close one, but Velrisa killed it with some magic shit.
I'm gonna use Blight on the harpy.
Okay.
That's a 15 con save. All right, just 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay. How do you want to finish it off?
And then I think something happened with Silnan and the crystal below deck.
You see Silnan collapse face first on the floor. It's silent down here. You can notice some damage towards the crystal behind him, but it's secured in place. And then looking past that, you see another figure, this demonic creature kneeling over Silnan.
I'm not really sure what happened down there, but we'll just have to go with it. Yeah, you thought I was gonna say roll with it, bitch, huh? Yeah!
Where we last left off, the party was mid-combat with a group of these harpies, these bird-like, female-like humanoid creatures that just seem to be hell-bent on sabotaging the ship as the majority of them goes below to start attacking at the crystals that keep the actual ship afloat. In this combat, we nearly lost quite a few people in quite a few different incidences. But at the end of the day, we all make it out alive. Silnan has an issue with something deep inside brewing, something finally being let out that he's been holding on to for quite some time. Taxi becomes gravely injured, but the harpies are driven off with their leader being killed. And in the distance, as the clouds from the storm part their ways, you can see Valletta, your destination for your first pit stop. And that is where we last left off.
Very cool.
The ship is still in the air, and we're approximately, it'll probably take another 20, 30 minutes for the ship to fully dock as it's coming down. Now it's descending. What does the party want to do? Where's everybody on the ship?
Probably be in the quarters.
I thought we were all in a circle for a second, and then someone was by himself.
Yeah,
some
time has passed, so people can move to whatever they want. It's probably been, since that happened, about 2 hours.
And
so there is plenty of time, plenty of off time right now on the ship.
Yeah, Silnan is keeping his distance still.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I wish to mull over, and dramatically looking off of the side of the ship. I wish to mull over what has happened between Silnan and I, and sort of think about, like what could actually be going on.
Okay. Soft flute music begins to play in your head while you.
Thank you. I look into a body of water and see my reflection.
I'll just be like crisscross meditating in the middle of like the ship deck or like the highest point, either in the back behind the wheel or in the front. Yeah, but I'm okay. I can walk.
You can walk, yeah.
I'm gonna meditate it off. Fuck laying down. I gotta be stronger.
Gotta get buff and swole.
So swole.
All right, so Velrisa, Mountain. What do you do?
I was just in the quarters, like hanging out.
Hanging out with Jack, probably. Petting the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hanging out, petting dog.
What about Velrisa?
Probably just somewhere like on the upper level of the ship, collecting thoughts.
Okay.
Just
Everybody's kind of just doing their own thing, it seems like.
We're all just kind of like deep in thought.
a lot of thunking going on right now in the Fated 5. So, I'll say the time passes. You guys have to get a better view on the city of Valletta. You can see it off in the distance. The first thing you notice is that it's comprised of mainly 3 wards, 3 sort of sections of the city. You see one area that's a lot of sort of Gothic architecture, a lot of these church-like buildings, this old brick, a lot of old stone. One of these second wards, the one closest actually where you're landing, seems to be more of a market sort of district, a lot less residential. There's a lot more bigger buildings, open areas, and there's a giant tower that the ship's heading towards to land and dock on. And then the third district, off in the top, seems to be a bit more of, the buildings there are very large. And the only thing you can really guess from this sort of distance as you see them is it seems like a more industrial area. A lot more buildings for work-related stuff, warehouses, factories, things like that. But other than that, it's a pretty small city. Probably one of the smallest you've seen that isn't really a village. It's a lot more of a open commerce, like a city would be. But after the 30 minutes or so, the ship begins to slowly come down, resting probably about 300 feet or so above ground level. It starts to dock into the side of this large stone tower, where the top of it is just 4 open platforms that curve into a U shape, so the boats can perfectly fit, almost wedged inside of them. The boat comes to a very slow rest before the captain starts moving the plank down to exit onto the tower below. Well, this is our first stop. As I understand, some of you have business to be done here, so...
Yeah, you said that we have rooms ready for us, right?
Yes. If you head down the tower now to the bottom, first floor, you should hopefully meet a man. He's supposed to be here by now. We are actually quite a bit late thanks to an encounter, but he should still be there. Speak to him. He will get your guys' rooms and any other sort of any assistance around. He's the one to talk to.
All right. Yeah, I've got no business in town, so I'm probably just gonna call it for the day.
Yeah, mind if I tag along?
No, I really need some rest.
Oh, okay.
I will remain here at the ship. I have to wait for some hands to meet with me to unload some cargo. So, if any of you need anything, I will be here, but you are, of course, dismissed.
Is this the religious town?
Yes.
If I recall.
The Valletta has more than just religion. There are quite a few. This is a elven city. They a lot of arcanists in this area, if I remember correctly. But with the arcane still comes a lot of religious beliefs. There are quite a few religions here in the city.
Vel, are you around?
Oh, I should be.
I'll go walk up to Vel if she's like on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Did you need to do something here, or was it a different place?
Yeah, this is the place.
I can accompany if you'd like.
I'm not sure if this is something you can accompany me on. I've got to go to the Church of Ouija for important business.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Okay, good luck.
Hey, Taxi, if you'd like to accompany me, I think I'm going to an even cooler church, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And I like kind of do the little arm thing. What? Like where you're like rotating your arm because you've got, pain.
You're like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta work out
rotating
these
at the shoulder.
Deal with this fucker, yeah.
All right. So,
Sure, I'll come, bro.
at this time, as everybody starts to, I assume everybody's getting off the ship, correct?
Yeah. Someone's gonna head to that guy to get his room.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna follow Sylvan.
As we all hop off the ship, Hiltree will be accompanying Sonan as per usual.
Okay.
And Chirp will be following Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that way everybody knows where our NPCs are at this time.
Okay.
Cool.
You all head off of the tower and you begin your descent down the tower. It's just a spiral staircase, a very large one at that, a very wide set of dark stone stairs that just spiral down the tower. But you descend all the way down to the bottom, where there is a desk. It's not a conventional desk. It's actually just an alcove in the side of the tower's wall. But there is a woman behind a desk there. Through this alcove, probably about only 7 feet or so in width and about 4 or so in height. Just sort of rectangular alcove. But there is a larger burly man, well over 6 foot. Probably you'd guessed somewhere in the greater 200s of pounds, larger, heavy-set man, balding, probably in his 30s or 40s, you'd guess. He seems about middle-aged. He's leaning against the wall of the entrance, looking outside as you guys make it to the very first level of the tower.
Okay, wait. So this is the guy I'm supposed to talk to for room.
This is the only man in the area. So.
Okay, I was a little lost who we were talking to. Yeah, sorry.
There's only one man here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to him. Hey, you the guy I'm supposed to talk to get a room?
Oh, what's your name?
Silnan.
Silnan. Yeah, I've got a few here. I assume Captain sent you, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Here. And he hands out these small little pieces of very thick paper, probably about the size of your regular check. Mm-hmm. But he hands you a small stack of them to hand out to the party. All of them actually have your names on this little ledger. And it gives you a 3-day room stay at an inn.
Is this the inn the one that he's going to right now?
Yes.
The Sleeping Sea Lion is the name of the inn. And it gives you a 3-day visit to the Sleeping Sea Lion.
Okay. Cool.
If you just you give these to one of the barmaids there, they should get you set out.
Perfect. Okay. I just kind of walk off. I guess he gave me all the papers, so I'm in. I'm going.
All right.
He looks at the rest of you kind of awkwardly after Silnan just walks off.
Oh. I'll just follow him too.
Okay. Wait, I'm a little lost. Are we all there, or is it just Silnan and Mountain there?
Everybody who descended the tower would be there. This is the exit to the tower.
Okay, I see.
So
Okay,
I would
cool.
assume everybody would have went down at the same
Yes.
at the same time.
Silnan walks away with all your rooms. Let's go.
With everybody's room papers.
I'll meet you there.
Silnan doesn't pay any attention to what Br'aad says.
Does he have a
Not at all. No.
Excuse me. How do he just kind of took? Are we gonna be able to get into our rooms if?
We can figure that out.
No, without your
Don't worry
papers.
about it right now.
What's your guys' business here anyway?
Business.
That's very vague.
I've got business with the Church of Ouija.
The Church of Ouija's.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
Cedric, I have business with a church too.
Cedric's
I think.
not here.
Bye.
The captain said he's staying up top with the ship.
Oh, the guy that was
Good.
talking to us was the tower dude.
Yeah, he's a tower guy.
Okay.
The captain does not sound like that.
I'm so dumb, dude. What's going on? Brain cell gone. Hey, excuse me. I'm here on sort of churchy business as well. Where would I find the place that's dedicated to removing curses?
You're looking to remove a curse.
Yeah.
I don't really dabble in that, but I'm sure if you head over to, and he points out sort of to the leftish a bit out of the exit. Mm-hmm. He goes, head down one of the roads that way. It should take you to the Arcanist village. I'm sure somebody there has some idea of what you're talking about. They're a lot more versed than I am.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anyway, I'd be wary, all of you. Except for, and he kind of points at you, Br'aad. You're fine.
Hell yeah, I am.
But the rest of you, just don't speak out.
Why
too much.
am I fine? What?
Yeah, I'm sure we're used to it.
It's more, I wouldn't take it offensively. It's more their beliefs, but as long as you're polite, most people here should welcome you. They're just a bit wary, that's all. Anyway, I have matters to attend to, so I'll be seeing you.
Thank you.
And he turns and he starts heading up the staircase.
I guess we split ways here. Br'aad?
From the sounds of it.
Yeah, taxi, just us dudes broing out.
Just us dudes broing. And I do the shoulder thing again. Out.
Yeah.
All right, so where is everybody heading?
You already know.
I'm just following Silnan straight up.
You're following Silnan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would lead Silnan and Hilltree being followed by Mountain, Chirp, and you're heading towards the Sleeping
Chirp.
Sea Lion. Br'aad and Taxi, you're heading towards the Arcanist village.
Yep.
which is just the more residential ward that you saw on the western side of the city.
Okay.
And then where was Velrisa heading?
I assume is it like a daytime hours?
Yes, it is. It is actually very early day at this point since the storm happened. Yeah, this would be about probably about 6:40 a.m.
Okay, well
6:40 to 7 at this point.
Well, I guess I don't exactly know where the church is, so I'm going to, I guess, head out and try to find it.
You could ask for directions easily.
Yeah. From the
someone
guy
nearby.
Can I? Is that
and even the guy? You could even run back and ask the guy if you want. Yeah.
I feel like Velrisa is too awkward to run back in there.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that, I feel like.
So.
All right. So you just want to go try to find it on your own?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have you make an investigation check. And we are now going to put the party in groups because we love splitting the party. It's what I like.
Split the party.
What I love to see.
I mean, realistically,
what's the worst that could happen, right? It's not like we're gonna have another.
What's
blue
the
orb.
worst thing? He has all of our rooms. It's all fine. I want to get. Hey, can we get another blue orc? Can he stab me this time? I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Let's do it.
Another blue orc.
He just respawns again. I'm fucking.
You've only seen one blue orc in your life.
Yeah, we fucking walk within
as far
5
as you know,
meters, and then
orcs
he,
don't come in blue, so it's kind of weird.
He just pops in.
I'm thinking about packs, and we split the party quite a bit, so like this makes sense.
It's true. We do split the party a lot. I think it's not a bad thing, really. I don't know.
I think for something like this, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no. There's literally. I was just making a joke. Most people do this.
Hey DM, you fucking. I hate you.
Yeah, you're not allowed to joke.
Thanks.
Yeah,
yeah.
None of that nonsense.
Thank you.
You're here to entertain us.
Maybe you shouldn't
dance for me, monkey.
And give us
Maybe you shouldn't.
things
No.
we want.
Yep. Thank you.
No, it's okay, Jared. Don't kill our characters, please.
Oh, so now we're referring to it by its name.
Yep. Okay.
Jared, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Please don't kill me with a blue orc.
Okay. Well, Velrisa, what was the investigation check?
7 + 1 8.
8. Ooh. Epic. Okay, we'll get back to you. It's gonna take you some time. We're gonna get back to you. Up first, we'll go with Mountain and Silnan.
Okay.
So Silnan, are you trying to? You're obviously not waiting up for Mountain.
No.
I very safely assume.
Yes.
You head
a
to the inn.
Assumption, yes.
The inn. As soon as you come out of the tower, you head off to your right, towards the eastern side of the city. This is the area that it's right beside the ward that seemed a bit more like factories, warehouses, big buildings. But there's a few smaller, more residential buildings here, and they all seem to be inns / there's some museums, some sort of art schools. There's very small, more luxury buildings and then a bit of housing.
Yeah. I
But
just
you
want
do find
to make it clear. I want to paint a picture with how Sillen's kind of holding himself up. He's brooding right now. He's walking in a very brooding manner.
Mm-hmm. Hiltree's struggling to keep up.
Yeah,
because you're probably fast walking.
Yeah, no, I don't have any concern for anybody else right now.
One thing you would notice, even in your current state, is that everybody you pass are full-blooded elves. Nearly the majority, if not 80 to 90%, of the city seems to be pure-blood elves.
Interesting.
But
wait, so was the doorman an elf too? I forget.
No, the guy at the tower was a very large human.
Okay.
Quite burly, very tall, very tall.
Gotcha.
You head to actually near one of the exits, one of the gates out of the city walls. This would be the southern gate. You can see it off in the distance, but you see a large 3-story building, very long, with this sort of this very smooth half circle kind of roof, covered in these emerald green tiles that shine in the early morning sunlight. At this time, you can actually smell some food coming out of the windows as well. These small little, these tiny wooden sort of hatch windows on the sides. You can see a little bit of smoke coming out of one of the back ones as well. Out front, there is a large sign with a painted seal lying on a rock next to the ocean, asleep.
It's a sleeping seal. I get it. Like the name of the inn. No way. Or sea lion. Same
Sylvan
thing,
says
really.
in character out
In
loud.
character, yes.
Yeah.
Very loudly
as all
and
the
audibly
elves
for
pass
everybody
by
to
on
hear.
the street. He's just pointing at it, talking out loud.
Hey guys, look, it's a sleeping
Being
seal. It's
dark
like,
and mean to
it's
everybody,
titular.
and then he's like, "Oh, wait a
Elves
second."
pass by and they go, "Oh."
I never noticed that.
This guy's smart.
As you head inside, it's very, very vacant at this early time in the day. But there is somebody somewhere in the back of the kitchen cooking, preparing meals for the rest of the day. And there are very few bar maidens and servants moving back and forth from the front room, just kind of refurnishing tables, adding some cloths to them, utensils, potteries, just adding more of the decor for the morning, setting the tables.
Okay.
You come inside, Hilltree in tow. The double doors are wide open, even at this time.
How many tickets do I have to it? Is there one for Hilltree too, or?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to Barmaiden anyway.
Okay, you walk up to one of the nearby servants. A male would be this one. It'd be a young boy. He probably looks like he's in his teens. Blonde hair.
Hey, and I kind of like pull out and wave around the paper. Hey, I got a thing.
Oh, you have. Yeah, let me look at that. Wow, these are the nice ones. You must be someone special.
You fucking bet.
Oh my god.
The imagery of Silnan is great right now.
You're goddamn right. He's like,
You're goddamn right, you stupid bitch. Okay.
No, you do say that?
I really hope not. Yeah, you're goddamn right, you stupid fucking bitch.
Is this guy a full-blood elf or what?
The kid does seem to be an elf.
Okay. That's so.
He goes, you're right. With these waivers, you have access to the rooms at the third floor, very top, the big rooms. Those are only for exclusive patrons and guests, so consider yourself lucky.
All right. Is there a key?
Yes. Let me. And he kind of looks around, a little nervously. Looks over the counter towards the kitchen and goes, Are you thirsty at all? You seem to have just arrived.
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure? You don't want to sit
Yep.
down for a sec? I can make you coffee, tea.
I'm good.
Okay, well, wait here anyway. I'll go get your key.
Just want my key.
And he walks off into the kitchen. A few minutes pass. He comes back out with a key made of wood.
Interesting.
It is a quite large wooden key, probably about the size of a full pen or a pencil in length. He hands it to you and goes, This will unlock the door. There you go. Enjoy your stay.
Okay. And I walk away. Just walk away.
All right, Mountain.
Yeah.
You followed Silnan, so you would arrive around this time after their conversation.
Okay.
You catch me walking up the stairs.
Hey, Sylvan!
I keep walking.
Sylvan!
I'm still going.
Someone's having a bad day.
Hey, say that again.
Someone's having a bad day.
I didn't mean literally.
Then you should not have said it.
Does Hilltree follow me upstairs?
Oh my god.
Hilltree is following you, yes.
Kicks him down the stairs.
Follow someone again.
Bro, poor
punt
Hilltree.
him.
Bro, that's your baby boy. You can't do that. Come
No.
on.
Like he
I'm
cares right now.
Hilltree, can you leave me alone for a bit?
Where am I supposed to go?
I don't know. Get a drink or something. Do whatever you do when you're not around me.
Okay. And he kind of just very sadly turns around and starts walking slowly down the stairs.
This one keeps going.
I just want to walk up the stairs towards Silman.
I'm still decent ways ahead of you.
He would be. As you and Chirp start to come through the door, the teenager will look over at you. Are you also a guest?
Yeah, I'm with the guy that just gets
Oh,
Sylvan.
right.
I'm
Okay.
with Sylvan.
Where's your paper?
I don't, he has, I'm pretty sure he has all the papers.
Oh,
He didn't hand me
well,
mine.
I cannot
It was a
permit
simple
you
mistake.
to enter the second or third floor.
Well,
without
I
your
mean, if
paper.
you just let me go upstairs.
No, I'm sorry.
that
I can.
and
You can stay here on the
could you
first
go
floor. if you'd
fucking
like.
get it
I
from
can-
him?
I cannot allow you to.
Then you go get it.
Okay, fine. I'll go find your friend.
Yeah, you go do that.
I didn't realize how much this would put you through the ringer.
Fukali Antaye. And he
Holy
turns around and starts going up the stairs. So this will leave you with Chirp on the first floor as he goes up to try to find Sonnen. Sonnen, I assume you just head to the third floor.
Yeah,
towards
just
your
go to
rooms.
the room. Yeah.
Okay. You find at the third floor there are a total of 8 rooms for the entirety of the third floor. All of them very big, spacious rooms. Of almost double to triple the size of the common rooms. But you walk up there. The key has engraved near the ring of it the number 4. So you find door 4, and you can easily open it. And you see a very large room in front of you. Very, very well kept. It has a very nature-like sort of woodland-like style to the decor. The end table is actually made out of an entire tree stump that's been carved and whittled into a table, with the ends of the bed having little knots of tree at the ends of the headboard and backboard of the bed. It's very nice, very quaint.
Very cool. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna kind of relax for a bit. I don't know. I don't really have any plans. I just don't have anything to do in town. So here I am.
So as you open the door and you start walking inside, you hear footsteps rushing up the third floor, and the small boy comes up to your open door.
Yeah, what is it?
Sir, sorry to disturb you already, but one of your friends are asking for the papers so they can be let in. I need those so they can pass.
Right.
They can also stay here.
Kind of reach into my pocket and pull out the paper from there. Like I'll throw them, I guess, but like it's very like limp in my hand.
Okay, he collects them all. And goes,
I don't want to be too dickish.
Thank you. Because imagine you fucking just throw them all on the floor like a fucking
throw them in
dick.
his face. There you go, buddy.
It's a bunch of fucking little slips of paper. He has to bend down and fucking pick them all up single-handedly.
Get out of my room, kid.
Holy
But no, he takes them out of your hand and just hurriedly walks out, shuts the door behind him, leaves you to yourself. After a bit of time passes, Mountain, you and Chirp standing there, the boy returns with your papers. He just hands them all to you and goes, I don't know which one you are, but you can give the rest to your other friends.
Oh, okay. Where did the other one go? Silman.
He went to his room. He seems to be wanting to be left alone by the gauge of his attitude.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
I'll walk up to Silman's room.
Okay. You hand the kid the paper of yours and then keep the rest with you. Chirp accompanies you and the kid says nothing about it.
Okay, everybody ignores
about the
Chirp.
massive robot.
It's not like they can do anything.
So I just walk up to Silman's room. Is it closed?
It's closed. Yes.
Is it open?
The door is shut. Yes, it's but you get up to the top place where all of your guys' rooms will be. You're not even sure which one Sonen's is.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay, I'm gonna make a fucking guess for it. Then just go for the one with the closed door.
They're all closed.
God damn it! All of them are okay.
Yes.
Man,
You know
I'm
for
still
a
open all
fact.
the fucking doors.
You know for a fact it's not room 6, as your key says 6.
5. Let's do 5.
Okay, 5 is locked.
4.
4 is locked.
Do I have all the? I don't have keys, do I? I don't
You have a key
keys.
for your room.
That's fucked.
You have a key for your
Okay, I'm
own
just
room.
gonna go in my room and be mad.
Okay.
Because this is fucked. Why do you give me puzzles that I can't see?
These aren't puzzles. Your friend's just in his private room. It's not a puzzle.
Doors are puzzles to me. I'm not very...
You open the door to room 6, and as you walk through the door, Chirp kind of stands out in the hallway, the doorway being much shorter than he is. Shall I accompany you?
Yeah, come on.
Ah, wonderful. And he comes in, he kind of bends over and squeezes his way through the door frame. We'll move on from this.
I'm
As they've retired to their
studying...
rooms.
I'm studying the map. I'm looking at the map that I got. Remember, I got that map, and then I'm looking
make a wisdom check while you look it over.
Okay.
Like you didn't even try knocking.
Yeah. Which one? I'm gonna knock on all the doors.
Why not?
I got my own shit to do. You're just being a dick. It's not that important.
Thanks, friend.
Love you too, buddy.
Bro, fuck you.
That's a 12.
12 for wisdom. Okay, we'll get back to that. You glance over that. We're gonna move on. Br'aad and Taxi.
Oh boy.
Br'aad and Taxi. You guys make your way into the Arcanist village, which you can almost visibly see the divide between these wards. The Arcanist area, the Arcanist village, as they are referring this area to. It's very vibrant. A lot of the buildings have bright green tiled roofs, very similar to the one I described on the inn all the way back at the top. But you guys didn't see that. But they have very vibrant emerald roofs. The walls, the stone is very polished. It's a sort of cobblestone. Smaller rocks make up the full walls of the second floors of all the buildings, and they're very all neatly polished, very bright, very, very light stones.
I'm sorry, I really just wanted I want to say to the audience that we're all cheering Condi on because he's such a fucking nice guy. And it's so tough for him to be a dick. And so we're all just like in the Discord, like, you can do it. You can fucking suck, dude. You can be ass. We love how shitty you are, man. We love it. You're doing such a good job.
I DM'd him and I said, keep it up,
an
bastard.
absolute little shit.
Very shitty.
You're doing a fantastic job making me feel inferior and less of a person.
Yes. Dude, Connie, I feel so bad right now, bro. You're doing great, man.
Okay,
tears run down
I want
my
to talk
Connie,
to Taxi on the way there.
Yeah, you guys are making your way through. You guys have just entered the sort of area. As I said, there's a lot of residential houses. They're all very they're not very wide housing, but they're all 2-story, almost like small towers. Very thin, very someone looking for very tight floors for the house, and they're more vertical than they are horizontal.
Okay.
So where are we going, Br'aad, and what for?
So, okay. Can you keep this just between us for right now? Because I'm having a hard time keeping it in. I don't know if I can.
I look between us. Yeah?
Yep, right there. That's where it's gotta be.
All right.
So you probably noticed Silden's acting a little weird.
He's been acting weird since before we left.
Right, but now he's acting like really, really weird.
He's been acting weird since I brought him back. We brought him back. But now it's like worse?
Are you just trying to tell me he's a weird dude?
He's been a weird dude, but I guess he's been...
But he's been mean, and he's been shutting me out, and I'm pretty sure that the curse... I should have done something sooner. I think it's getting worse, Taxi. I think it's getting really bad, and I don't think I can... I want to get one of these people, and I want to just bust in on him and figure this out.
You're gonna bust? You mean the purple stuff in his...
I couldn't hold it in. I'm sorry.
You're gonna bust?
You're gonna bust?
Oh no.
Taxi looks wary and nervous
thing,
because
the purple arm thing, yes, that's the one. And then I went after the whole thing happened with the harpies and you were injured. I went to go check on him, and there was like a demon.
Oh, this is...
And I'm pretty sure
you're being, like, serious. This is real.
It's not good. Yeah, I'm being serious. Well, I thought it was like, oh, this is a kooky, crazy Br'aad adventure. We've got demons.
That's what I thought we were about to go on.
But it's like a very, very bad Silden adventure that I happened to witness. And I've got to get him out of it. And I think I need your help.
Well, of course. I don't know how much I'll be able to help, but I will come along.
We just need to... I want to find someone. I remember Ander mentioned something, but I can't really remember shit. So there should be someone around here that can help us out.
Sure, we can... I mean, this kind of thing, it's probably more of Velrisa's line of work, like that kind of stuff. But we can ask... Do I know anything about Arcanists?
You're an Arcanist.
Wait, are they just magic users?
Taxi, fix all my problems.
Br'aad's an Arcanist.
Are they just
I'm
magic
an
users?
Velrisa's an Arcanist. Yeah, Arcanist just means somebody who has some sort of branch or knowledge of the arcane. It's somebody who uses arcane magic.
I was just thinking of Final Fantasy and they cast magic with book.
No, Arcanists are just people who cast magic.
All right, never mind. Yeah, we can go around and ask. I'll help.
That would be great. Thank you.
Sorry, I kind of assumed this wasn't going to be this serious, but no, this is really bad.
I wanted to get away. I wanted to get away from all that first, and Mountain kind of knows what's happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Oh. Ooh, it actually starts to look visually nervous.
I know. It's bad. I'm gonna taxi. It could probably get a lot worse.
I mean, we knew it would, right? Because
I don't know why we didn't do something sooner.
Mike,
let's go. Let's find something. You're making me not feel great about this.
No, I don't feel great either.
No.
We sort of been neglecting this, huh?
Okay, so where exactly are you guys heading? You guys just looking around for someone who might be able to help in the village?
Yeah. Is it are there little shops and little setups here?
As you're walking down, you guys are on the top of a hill and you're actually moving down not a very steep, but a very slight decline. Just walking, you can see these little tower-like houses to your left and right. It's a very quaint little area. In fact, some of these little above the road you're walking on, which is a very nice sort of like a light brown tile of a walkway. There are some bridges above in between these little houses, these tiny little walkways that connect them.
Ooh.
Above the walkway at some points. It's very all the houses here do seem very small, but off in the distance past the hill, past the decline you're currently standing on, you can see some houses that vary slightly, some being bigger, some being more horizontal first floor, single floor buildings, I mean. So you can guess, there's probably some kind of shops or something around. There must be in this area.
Okay, I want to try and find the shopping district or something.
Is there any important looking
shopping
buildings?
District? Are there any important looking buildings?
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys wanting to mainly look around the Arcanist village for this, or?
I'm just following Br'aad.
Probably at first, because that's where we are.
Okay, so let's just have, if you guys are sticking together, one of you make an investigation check with advantage. Whoever's leading the way.
Taxi to Tabaxi, please do this.
My investigation's only +1.
Mine's, oh shit, my Br'aad will make a roll.
Go for it.
Okay.
You shouldn't have let me do that.
You have advantage.
I got a okay, I still got a 6.
I got a 17. Just kidding. You should have let me roll.
Okay.
I know, I told you.
All right.
You guys become helplessly lost.
I am the cursed one.
Do you see anything?
A lot of these buildings look the same. You guys pass by a lot of elves, obviously.
Yeah.
All of them kind of give you weird looks. You kind of just walk around very disorientated where you are inside this part. If you've been here before, if you've been on the street before, it looks the same as the other ones.
Oh my god, Taxi, I'm gonna die here. We're gonna die here. We're lost. It's been hours.
Can I?
It's not been hours.
You're
It's been
coughing
5
up.
minutes.
You're coughing
DM
dust.
before we die.
Can
I please make the
We're
roll?
old and decrepit.
It's been
Wait, what did you say? Did you say DM
My
before I
wounds
die?
are
Can I make-
opening back up.
No, Taxi.
I'm being corrupted.
What?
I hate you, Br'aad. Leave me alone.
I hate you. I hate you. We strike each other down.
I call lightning and destroy the whole village.
Taxi, I think I'm going to ask for directions.
That's a great idea. I'm not sure why you haven't. I just kind of figured you knew where you were going, maybe.
Not even remotely. Oh my god.
Right.
I ask someone for I look around. I look for someone who looks like they really know what they're doing.
Okay, as you look around some of the people passing you, the first set of people to pass you is a group of 3 younger elves. Probably, in human years, they'd probably be around their early to mid 20s.
Hey, kids.
Walking in a group of 3.
Oh.
There is one in the center, one on his left, one on his right, and the one on the left and right are both looking towards the center guy while he's laughing, and he seems to be telling some kind of joke or jest to them as they pass.
I swear to God, if this is a setup for the wench set, I will lose my mind. I try to sort of come up to them.
Okay, you approach them while they're all laughing. The guy in the center immediately recognizes, looks over. He goes, do you need something?
Hey there, I'm Br'aad, the crazy kooky lost elf man. Don't know why I started with that. So my friend and I here, we're looking for if there's anywhere here to remove curses. Not that we're cursed. We're not cursed. But if we were, where would we look for that?
The guy on his right kind of nudges his shoulder and goes, "Let's just keep moving."
How are they? Can I see?
If
how are they?
No,
how are they
tell me, or
looking
I'll
at?
curse you with one of my
he,
many.
He sort of puts his hand up to them and goes, "You're looking for somewhere to lift a curse."
Right.
I can safely say I have no knowledge of that. It's not my realm and not the majority of people here. I don't don't know if I can help you.
Do you know anywhere in this city that might?
I would say if you speak to the old man, he might be able to help you.
You only have one?
That's funny. No, my old man, my father.
Oh, I see.
If you head
Already meeting your
he turns
parents.
back the way he came. He goes, just head straight down the road, and make a left on the 3rd street. You'll see, on the left side, and the first building you should see should be my father's shop. He's always there. He never leaves.
Well, thank you very much, kind stranger. What was your name?
Oh, I am on there.
All right, bye.
How are they?
But bye.
Was I getting any strange looks like the guy warned about?
They definitely gave you a very as soon as you both approached, they seemed immediately out of their comfort zone for sure. I wouldn't say they gave you any immediate 100% weird looks, but you could tell they did seem uncomfortable for sure.
Br'aad, maybe I should like leave as we're walking away. Do you think I should sort of hide the form here and just like be a regular cat and let you handle talking?
I feel like. Wait, why do you want to be a cat? I feel like that'll be worse.
I don't know. I mean, he mentioned people are uncomfortable, and if no one, I don't know if people, not everyone is as accepting, right? So I don't know if people would be less likely to help you. I'm kind of just in the back here, hovering over.
Hang on. I'm gonna excite the fandom. I cast minor illusion on Taxi and make him look like a person.
Wait, can you do that?
I don't know, but I said I did.
I don't think you can do that with minor illusion. You excited and disappointed the fandom.
They're all disappointed. Hang on.
I mean, there are ways to do that. There is disguise self. There is.
I mean, I can't cast disguise self on him.
Well, no, you cannot. But I mean, if Taxi were to cast disguise self, there's.
Hang on, let me check through my spells.
I see.
I can only become animals, not other people.
True.
Can I bestow curse on him and turn him into a man?
That's hilarious. That's fucking some Shrek shit.
No, dude, that makes sense. Can I? What time is it? Is it day or night?
It's certainly day. It's very early morning.
Okay, my curse will be by day he is man, and by night he is cat monster.
I'm not a monster, Br'aad.
It's like Shrek.
What the fuck? I don't like this.
It's the plot of Shrek. Shrek 2.
DM. Just let me do this.
Let you curse Taxi to become a person?
Yes. What do you mean? He's not a person already? You're fucked up, man.
Dude, that's...
You just called him a monster of the night.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking hear it from you.
I'm so hurt. I don't know if I want to play this character anymore.
Taxi, it's like Shrek.
Get out of my swamp.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to change the look of somebody else, magically, the spell that does that is a 5th level, I do believe. So I don't know if you even have that. Do you even have 5th level spells at this point?
No.
So no, it's just called illusion, I do believe is the name of the spell.
Well, I instead cast... Can I cast Major Image on him and make him look like a person?
Major Image? Let's look.
And what if I cast Major Image and create a fake person over him?
Oh my god.
Br'aad, like
I don't know.
He's just like fiddling with like ideas, and I'm like, I could just be like
I'm just pulling out. I'm reading through books. I'm like touching the crystals.
Could be I could just tag along as an animal, like a dog.
I'm sniffing powders.
I could be a horse. You look more official.
Wait, what?
I'm
Were you sniffing what?
I'm aligning glasses.
Okay, so
I don't.
with Major Image, if you were wanting to alter his appearance with Major Image, the only way this would work is if you made a 3D image of a humanoid taxi that Taxi then stood inside of and walked exactly with it for no more than a range of 120 feet past where you casted it.
All right, let's do it.
That's not gonna work. We're gonna walk
Sure it
120
will.
feet and it's just gonna stop and I'm gonna phase through it.
It's gonna stop and start T-posing and glitch out. And then you're
No, it's 120 feet within, like, near me, right?
it's
I think
120
it's
feet
from
of
where you
where it was
cast.
casted.
What?
I do believe. Let me double check the wording.
Check it, because this is gonna be dumb either way, so you might as well just let me do it.
No, it moves with you, so it'll be 120 feet around you. But that means
You love
Taxi
to
has
see
to
it.
walk the same exact way inside of something of him that
Yep.
This is
it's
gonna
not
make
it's not gonna look right.
This will look.
Nope.
It's gonna be worse than before. He's gonna be like a freakish cat person.
Oh, no.
Glitch man.
My tail's
Here
just
you
gonna
go,
phase
Taxi.
through it.
Look at this. Whoop. Wow, you look beautiful. His like nose is like clipping through the human mouth.
Yeah, no, it's like he's just clipping through.
Bro, this isn't going to work.
No, Taxi, I've already used a spell slot. You have to do it now.
This is gonna be worse, Br'aad.
Come on, walk left foot.
Oh,
Not that fast. Don't go that fast.
I'm not even moving yet.
Right foot. We do this all the way to the man.
Okay.
Sure, both of you make performance checks with disadvantage.
Okay.
Fucking Christ.
That's a pretty bad roll, but
Natural one.
okay, I got a 17.
Wow.
Wait, was that a...
One elegant man and a stumbling
I think... Hold
fool
on.
inside of
Yeah,
him.
I'm pretty sure I rolled
Yeah,
a
no,
natural
you
one.
make the image move very realistically. It looks like a person walking. However, Taxi
He
cannot
gets on all fours.
Taxi cannot keep up with it. Taxi has a
not-
hard time keeping up with the walking, and it just it's a fucking it's a
It's just-
catastrophe. It just
It's a
doesn't.
catastrophe.
It doesn't work.
Okay, we get up to the door of the man. I
Yes,
say,
you-
taxi, get inside your dude.
Okay, I get inside the dude and I like... This isn't the first time I've been inside of it, dude.
That's really awesome that you just said that to me, man. That's really super cool.
Oh my fucking god.
I knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door and
gonna vomit.
you hear a man inside. You hear a man's voice just say, "Oh, come in."
Okay. Now, taxi. Let's take this one step at a time.
I start walking right, left, right.
Oh, he's walking and he's saying the way he's doing
Left.
it. Okay. I try and
We're gonna...
put it.
This is-
I'm
this is gonna-
doing it, and we're walking inside.
Left, right, left. I need more practice.
Why did you just do left twice?
Oh,
Have
no,
you
left,
never walked
left.
before in your life?
I'll back up a little bit.
Why are you? Who does this? It's just you. It's just you. You're not inside of a man. It's just you. Don't even think about it.
I saw
What's
it.
happening?
You're not wearing an imaginary flesh suit. It's not there. You can do this.
The door
I give up.
opens. You guys enter. The guy's immediately taken aback by the fucking monstrosity that you're attempting to have walk beside you. You see
Hey
you see
there,
an old
sir. I'm
elven
Br'aad,
male.
and this is my person.
He's sitting on the floor, cross-legged, in a long brown robe. You can tell he's very, very elderly, even for an elf. Elves live a very long time, but you can tell he's probably still in that near end state. But he looks at you with a very solemn smile as you enter, trying to avoid even making eye contact with whatever's standing beside you.
I think you can drop this, Br'aad. He doesn't seem...
Hey there, sir. My name is Br'aad, and this is my friend Person. Man, he's a real human being.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed.
Now hang on. I feel like we've gotten off to a bad start here. I spoke to your son, and we're looking for somewhere where we can get a curse removed. And it's not for either of us. None of us are cursed. It might look like he is, but I swear he's fine.
I like walk in front of the major image. Sorry about...
You walk
the
out
major
of it?
image.
Yeah.
okay.
The major image flips completely horizontal and just clips out of the building.
You kind of just you lift your right arm slightly, and it looks like you're fucking clicking and dragging it, and you just pull it out of the building. It's like, okay, anyway. He the man
It's gone.
The man doesn't respond at first. He looks to his left for a second, and then he pulls out a very long wooden pipe out of his side pocket and lights it. If you're seeking to revert some curse, possible, yes. Easy, no. Very not.
So wise.
Who are you?
I'm Br'aad, and this is actually not Person, Man, Human. This is my friend,
Taxi.
Taxi. The Tabaxi, which is equally as ridiculous.
You can leave the tabaxi part out. I think it's pretty clear.
It's not ridiculous.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not like everyone else. You don't need to be scared.
That is really good to hear.
Now, come, sit down. I have in fact just brewed tea. Would you like some?
Am I gonna clip out of the house if I sit down?
You're not the major image.
No. What's real anymore?
In the background, you see the man just glide across the floor.
He's just standing in like a T-pose outside the window, like looking away.
He just starts jittering up and down.
I sit.
People are walking by.
There are small little throw pillows on the ground that you can sit on. They're only about a foot or two long, probably about a foot. So just enough for a nice size for a butt to sit on.
Can I?
Awesome. I put my ass on the pillow.
Put your ass on the
Can I hold the pillow and sit on the ground?
You can do that if you want, sure.
I'm doing it.
Our DM made it perfect ass size, dude. I can't believe you.
Well, now it's perfect cuddle
ass
size.
They're perfectly butt size for seating. But
I'm cuddling a butt.
You guys,
for my foot wide ass.
I mean, yeah, it's about
I don't know.
accurate.
Talk about broad ass. Come on.
I don't know. Okay, we're doing it.
Anyway, you sit down. The man takes a long drag of the pipe and then he looks out the window to his right. I can't be the one to help you, but I do know of one person in the city that might be able to remove a curse.
Okay, I'll take that.
I don't know where he is. Tell me, have either of you ever heard of a deity by the name of Ouijas?
Yes.
Funny how that.
Yeah. Our friend actually works for it.
Very close associated.
Is that how that works, Taxi? I'm not sure if that's how that works.
Nope.
Okay.
He kind of just he gives Br'aad a very peculiar look.
We have a cleric friend.
I see.
Yeah.
My associate I speak of, he was the leader of the church of Ouijas that was here in the city years ago.
The Church of Ouijas isn't here anymore?
Not anymore.
Oh.
It's abandoned. They were... It's a long story. They were falsely sanctioned. Ouijas is a goddess of death. There's really no way of looking around that. Well, she's a very nice woman. She's a very nice deity from what I've heard. I never spoke to her. I've never believed, if I'm being honest, but I knew this man quite well. He seemed very fond of her beliefs and the way she spoke to him, especially. I don't know where he is now. I don't know if he's still here in the city, but they were shut down about 3 years ago because of the domain that Ouijas is a part of. Any sort of death deity, people don't take kind to. No matter what way you look at it, people don't like to think of the afterlife. So a lot of people are scared of something like death.
This man, is he the one that can do the...
Yes.
I mean, what we're looking for? What was his name?
He goes by a car. A car the first.
A car?
Shut up, Taxi!
I think we'll get along.
No.
Yes.
A-K-A-R. A car.
Here we go.
I spelled taxi with a K as well.
Fuck up. T-A-C-K-S-I. Taxi.
That was my secret I've been hiding from the party.
Holy shit.
A car. Okay.
The truth comes out.
Well, it's a start. I really thought there would be someone in the... It's called the Arcanist Village. I really thought there would be someone here.
Well, removing a curse is almost as hard as bringing back a life.
I've done that. It's not that bad.
Excuse me?
I'm just joking. Sorry.
No, you tell him all about it. He did.
He doesn't.
It was
no,
super
it was
cool. It was so nice of him.
It's a story. It just sort of an inside joke.
Either way,
Sorry for interrupting you.
I can help you find him. It's not easy
You can?
for me. Scrying is one of my better abilities. My body is not what it used to be. It's hard for me to give out that much magical energy without feeling some kind of pain.
Well, we can help. We can help.
Yes, it's not.
I shoot magic and stuff.
That's not really how that works. But you can help me.
I could give you guidance.
You can help me in one way.
And I could stand there and scream.
There is one thing that can help me. There's a flower, a root.
Okay.
Using this as a channel, it allows me to scry into the arcane web with a lot less of exertion. Now that's if you need my help.
I produced a flower with my druid magic.
Boop. Magical flower.
There you go.
No.
The quest has been completed.
Quest completed. Key item
Quest
created.
complete. We did it.
That's if you need my help. If you want my honest answer, I think you could find him if you just head to the old church. It's still standing. Something tells me if he's still operating, he wouldn't have left. He cared about that building far too much.
We'll give it a shot. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping us when we pretty much just showed up and were weird.
Well, I can tell you're new here, especially the way you talk. But I'm not one to turn down guests.
Well, we really appreciate it, but just in case, what flower or root are you looking for specifically? If we needed your help. Or maybe, does he have an object that he usually holds on to at all times? Something specific?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't even hear. I heard what you said, but it did not fucking process in my brain. I don't know why.
Well, the first thing I said was which flower or root specifically, and then I said,
what?
Does he, Akar, carry an object, like something's very specific or special that I could locate?
I do not know of anything Akar might have on him. I don't remember any possession of his. The root you'll be looking for is the Aetheri root.
The Aetheri
It grows pretty commonly, not too far from here. It's just hard for me to travel out nowadays.
Taxi, do you have that root sort of in that brain bank of yours, or no?
Here.
Well,
and, he
I
snaps
can
his
locate
fingers.
it.
He snaps his fingers, and to his right, thoroughly appears a sheet of parchment paper as an inked quill begins to write on it in the air, facing away from you guys. This is what the Aetheri root looks like, and the page turns over to show a not very descriptive, but a very nice enough drawing of this long-stemmed flower with white petals on the top. And the bottom of it shows that although the stem is thin, the roots themselves are very bulky and wide. And it shows a depiction of these 3 longer roots below the ground, attached to the said flower. It gives you a pretty decent look of what it might look like.
Is this within 5 miles, or?
Oh, of course. You shouldn't have to travel super far to find it.
Okay, I can definitely find this.
If you pick up some extras, I'll gladly pay for it.
I don't think we could ask you.
I feel like we should be paying for.
Right.
Yeah. For. In fact, I'd be more than glad to. You've already helped, and I reach into my coin purse.
I'm an old elf. It's what I do. I'm here to pass on my guidance and my assistance until the day the grave is mine.
Thank you again.
Yeah, we can. We'll go check out the church, and if he isn't around, you'll see us again.
Of course, and if you need anything, this is my abode. Ask me anything. I'll be here.
Thank you so much. What was your name?
Yeah.
My name? Keith Stone.
Wait, what?
Is that one word or 2? I don't know which would be cooler.
You ever see those old Keystone Light commercials?
Yeah, that's why I laughed. I wrote it down too as soon as you said it. And I was like, what the fuck? That's not his name, is it?
No, it's not.
Keith Stone, bro.
Keith Stone. Should you imagine some elf named Keith?
Sorry, come again?
Yeah, for a second I thought you said Keith Stone.
You can call me Aw Death.
Oh, death?
Aw Death.
Death.
R Death.
Oh,
Our death.
Aw Death.
Our death? Our death.
okay.
It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You can tell you're the adventuring type. So I wish you luck on any travels you may face.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think we're gonna need it. We've got a lot going on.
Curses and stuff. I'm gonna
And harpies and boats.
bow and to take my way out the door.
He gives a small nod.
Oh, and I put the
remains
pillow
sitting.
back down.
I assumed as much. She'll steal his fucking pillow.
I do.
Grand Theft pillow.
After we both leave, I want the major image to just clip out of the floor directly in front of him and then glide out the door after us.
You're gonna give this man a heart attack and kill him.
That's exactly what I thought. Leave no fucking.
This dude's over the age of like he's like 160, dude. Come on.
Dude, he'll just chuckle. And
More
move
than
on,
that. He's
man.
like
I don't know
this
what
dude's
you-
like 700. Like you gotta
I don't know
stop.
what you're talking about. I don't know what you're
You
talking
gotta
about.
stop. This dude's old.
No, he's good, man. He's good.
This dude's like 700. You can't
700 years old.
do this shit to him. Okay. You exit and you begin heading towards
I guess we're
Where-
going to the church.
you're gonna look for the church. You didn't even ask where it was.
Fuck.
No!
Excuse me. Where's the church?
Hello?
I'm back so soon.
The. Br'aad.
What? I thought you were gonna say it.
I froze up. Sorry.
Just fucking burst back through the door. Oh, back
I
so
froze
soon.
up!
He won't just stand there and stare at him. And then
I
he's-
didn't know what to say.
Taxi. I think Taxi was gonna say something. I don't know what it
I'm
was
just
though.
imagining the scene in my head of you both standing there awkwardly after barging back in. Taxi looks at Br'aad and Br'aad just goes, "What?"
Oh, so sorry. Where is the old church in the city?
Here, and he takes a finer mouth. He takes a final drag of the pipe, and as he blows the smoke back out, it forms into a very small cloud and begins to hover out of the door down the road.
Oh my god, it's a video game.
Better start
Oh
following.
my god, it's a video. It's like the boop boop boop.
It's the arrow.
We have to follow the cloud. Thank you.
That sounds like you're on drugs.
Follow the cloud.
We chase after the cloud and like poke at it.
You
and
guys
we-
begin
and we-
following the smoke trail.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was like an arrow in the form of a cloud. Going ding.
That'd be cute.
Ding.
No, it's a little smoke trail.
Okay. We follow it.
Begin following it, and let's cut over to Velrisa. Finally.
Hey, Velrisa, your church is abandoned. Good luck.
Yeah, that was fun to learn.
Bye bye.
It's over, Joker. Let her go. Oh, but Batman, that wouldn't be any fun, would it? What do you want me to do? Well, now that you've asked, you could go and follow JRWI Show on Twitch.tv and also on Twitter at JRWI Show. What? Why would you want me to do that? What does that have to do with this? Don't you worry about it. Also, make sure you're tweeting about it using the hashtag JRWI Show. And I've heard they've got a subreddit. You should go on there, Batman. Why would I go on their subreddit? If you want to see her alive, you'll do exactly what I tell you to. Now, I can't forget to tell you to join the Discord. Joker, I just don't really understand what joining a Discord server has to do with saving Rachel. Did I say I was done? Now, make sure you go down to their iTunes. Rate it 5 stars. Joker, this doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm gonna punch you now. Don't do that, but ow! Oh, that's no way to treat a friend. Anyway, you're going to go over to their Patreon. I know you've got a big bank account. Oh, Brucey boy. What? I'm not Bruce Wayne. Oh, you so totally are. No, I'm not. Why would you even think that? All you do is make your voice a little bit deeper. The That's like saying mountain from Just Roll With It isn't Bisley. Oh, you make me laugh. But don't worry, Bats. I can keep a secret. If they were to see a little bit of money come into their Patreon, they did just hit the 2,000 goal, and that means weekly episodes. Also, little fourth wall break here. Just wanted to thank everybody for listening to the show. And to my terrible Joker impression. Yeah, you're right. It's not very good at all, but at least you're giving it an effort. Thank you, Batman. Anyway, let's get back to the show.
Velrisa.
Yeah.
So asking around, as you said you did with your investigation of 8, it took you some time. It took you quite a long. Most of the time when you approached people, they either kind of scoffed at you or weren't very informative, and they seemed to be very put off by your appearance, especially. But you do gather the information. A lot of people say that the church is not around anymore, as most of what they'll tell you before they leave. They take their part. But one person gives you the location of the church as it is still standing.
Okay.
You learn that it is actually it's in the Arcanist village, right on one of the back streets near the western entrance of the city.
Okay, so I assume I head over there.
Okay.
Without any interruption.
You make your way. Yeah, you make your way towards the church, and just as you were told, as you approach, moving past this old rusted iron fence. This sort of spiked defensive fence around the graveyard that's at the entrance of the church. You walk up, the fence is broken, deteriorated. You look around, you see a lot of very unkept graves. The tombstones crumbling with a lot of vines or greenery growing up the sides. Loose dirt, some of them even being robbed at this point. It looks very, very deserted, very abandoned here. You look up to the church, you see this very dark stoned Gothic church standing in front of you. It's old, it's decrepit. You can tell even as you look up, you see the front tower. There's a sort of spire, this tower at the very front of the church, sort of coming off the gate. You can see the stained glass at the very top is broken, shattered. As your eyes come back down, looking around the architectural and looking around the area, you hear no one, you see no one, and the front door does seem boarded up.
Oh, I pull out the letter I got, and I read through it one more time.
Okay. I don't remember exactly what it says. I don't have that on me.
It was
I don't think I have that letter on me anymore. Let me check. No, I don't.
It was the High Priestess telling me that he'll see me in 2.5 weeks and all this for help.
Yeah, okay, looking over the note, it doesn't give you a lot of information other than it's from a female known as the High Priestess. It asks you to come to the church of Ouijas. So this is the place, but it's been shut down for 3 years from what you've been told, so it's quite puzzling.
Do I approach the front door, the boarded up front door?
It's a very large set of wooden double doors with some sort of iron decor placed through the wood. But they are locked. As you're gonna move them, there is no budge, and you can feel something blocking behind them.
Right.
As well.
If I place my hand on the door, do I feel any sort of energy off of it?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay, that is a 10.
A 10?
Yes.
You don't feel... It feels very cold. As you sort of close your eyes and start to feel a sense of the arcanic web around you, you don't feel anything resonating from the entrance now.
And I walk the grave and walk around the grave looking for any signs of anything.
Okay, walking around the graves, you see, as I said, they're all very unkept. A lot of them broken down. Some of the engraves are even wiped over, lost with time from the just from the deterioration of the stone. So it's hard to make out a lot of the names, a lot of descriptions that were on these tombstones. Looking around, make an investigation check for me. So you look around this area.
14.
14. You notice one of the tombstones is in much nicer condition than the rest. You can still read the front as well. You can read a good bit of, you can read the full name. The name on it says, you see first of all, it says actually a bit of detail of the person. It says male. It gives their height, their weight. And it says that their name is, where's my fucking, bro, I lose everything, I swear. I can never play D&D and not lose something on my fucking desk. I swear to God.
It says Velrisa.
Velrisa's a boy?
Oh, also you're a boy.
Also you got a cock.
I look down at my manly hands. Oh God. Oh gods.
Oh, God, wait.
Also, you're dead. You're dead and a man.
You're a dead man walking.
I try to breathe, nothing comes out.
Yep, because you're a man.
You're a dead man.
Also, you're
men don't
dead.
breathe.
It's just a fact.
It says the name you read is Lambert Weaver.
No, Lambert.
That's what it says on the
Lambert?
gravestone.
Oh, what?
Wait, like
I
the
can't believe
Lambert?
I can't believe Lambert died.
Well,
We
I don't
never
think
knew
we
his last name.
Yeah, we never did learn it. Yeah.
Did
Why would he be buried here too?
I by chance?
Lamborghini died.
Did I by chance remember that last name?
No.
Okay.
You recognize Lambert, I'm sure, but
Yeah,
you do not
yeah, of
recognize the
course.
last name. The description, a lot of it's faded, but you read little key elements that say hardworking student, a scholar. It describes him as one of the best scholars of his time. Heroic, brave. And it says that he lost his life to unknown disease. Other than that, around the gravesite area, you don't see anything of interest other than these decrepit graves.
All right. I want to take a walk around the church and maybe see if there's any broken in part of the wall or something to climb inside and maybe get a look inside.
Okay. Moving around the sides of the church, moving through the grass starts to get higher and thicker as you move around the sides, getting almost to knee height at some parts.
Mm-hmm.
As you trudge through it, though, looking around the sides of the old brick, you do find a cellar door at the very back of the church. It is also barred, but only by a single plank of wood being shoved in between the handles of the door. The two double doors, like the hatch for it.
Right. The rest of the church, do I see anything?
If you look around the rest of the church, you see that on the backside there's an old well that's been dried up with time as well, sitting on the backside. A lot of the other parts of this garden/yard area is hard to make out as the grass has overgrown the majority of it.
Right.
Looking around the rest of the backside, though, there is a back entrance that is equally as boarded up as the front, and you see on the other side of the building, like the side you didn't walk around, but the other side of the going back towards the front entrance,
Yeah.
there is a window that's entirely shattered. You can even peek through and you see what looks like an old dusty kitchen.
Right.
You think you might be able to squeeze through the window, but there are some shards of glass you'd have to keep mind of and be careful as you move through.
Okay, well, I'm going to take the window
Okay.
and attempt to crawl my way through it.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
That's a 15.
15. It's not bad. You managed to pull yourself through and not get nicked or scraped by any of the leftover glass.
All right.
And you drop and you fall into what seems like a kitchen. The bottom floor being this stone-like tile. You can see, if you look around, open bricked furnaces. You see these stoves moving around the left wall. There's actually 5 stoves. So you can guess that at some point they were making very large portion meals for a lot of patrons and guests of this church.
All right, I'm gonna
Back in its glory days.
I'm gonna pull my lantern out to just illuminate the whole room.
Okay. The room becomes more luminescent by the. It becomes more luminescent thanks to the purple light, the purple hue of the lantern. As you look around, as I said, most of it is just left over with time, old. You don't find anything salvageable for sure. Nothing in any crates or any open cabinets seems to be interesting.
Right.
All you can really gather from this room is that it's just an old kitchen.
There's a door exiting the kitchen?
Mm-hmm. There is a single door on the wall where the stoves are that leads towards what seems to be the main room. It leads back towards where the main entrance is. Leads back towards that direction. And then onto the right, there is an open doorway with no door that has a spiraling staircase leading down.
Okay, I'll go through the door, the one to the main entrance.
The door opens with a very heavy creak. And even as you open it, it actually falls off one of the hinges and starts to scrape against the ground near the end of the swing. As you look around the main room, you see pews, a lot of them. They're all turned facing a single altar. Behind the altar was at one point some sort of mural, some sort of painted wall, but it's been so lost with time and covered in dust, and now at this point you can't even make out really any features of it except for the fact that there was at once something paint-like on the wall. Also from this angle, you can see that on the pedestal on the altar there is a book. And the book is currently open, sitting on it.
Do I notice anything out there, like anything else throughout the main area of the church? Or just pews, empty pews?
Looking past the pews over towards the main entrance, you see you look past the pews, and all you can really see through the dark, it's very dusty in here. You can see all the dust in the air through some of the light shining through the windows. It's very musty, very dirty in here, but there's nothing of significant interest. You can see what's boarding up the front door, which are a couple of bookshelves that have been knocked over the door.
All right, I'm gonna go to that pedestal and see what's on top of it.
Sure. You walk up. There's a very small. So the altar is on a very small podium, just a lifted stage, if you will, where there are two stone staircases on either side that go up about 2-3 feet, only a couple of steps. Really, like 4 or 5 steps, and then they just curve off onto this podium where the altar is standing. So you walk up the small stairs, and the book that is sitting there open seems to be in a more pristine condition than the rest of the area. The book is still, it's not worn that bad. The print is still entirely legible, in fact. What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Infernal.
Okay. The book is written in. The book is in Elven. So
okay, so I can read it.
You can?
Yes.
Okay. On the page it's currently turned on, it's speaking of Weejas. It says, "The tasks we do for the Lady of the Book and of the Bone. She watches over us all, but to her we are all the same. We are but servants. We are but stepping stones of her internal path. We are but servants in her eternal path. She may be the taker, but to us she will give. For our deaths will be swift, and our afterlife will be great." There's a few more paragraphs. They mainly just describe this place known as Death's Garden, which is the promised afterlife of you and the other servants of Weejas. An area so beautiful and so luscious that it's almost unbelievable. Every plant, every flower, everything that's ever existed in nature is all in this single garden. That has all beautifully been, apparently, according to the books that you've read, handcrafted by Weejas. She is a very big fan of nature, of gardening, and it's promised to all of her servants that after they pass, they live their afterlife eternally, at peace in this garden.
Yeah.
I want to go there. I die.
Bro, just die.
Just die real quick.
Sounds a lot better than what's going on now.
Dude, that's not good.
I meant like in the world of our campaign.
Yeah.
So surveying the rest of it while standing on that podium, I see and sense nothing. No energy, nothing. No magical aura or anything.
Well, actually, after you read the book, as you look up to scan around again, you're not alone in the room.
Oh.
As your
Hey, Val.
eyes...
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Val.
I heard something about a garden.
Hey, it's me, Taxi.
I want to go to the garden.
T-posing taxi man sweeps through the room.
As your-
taxi get there? No.
As your eyes look up from the book, you see standing in between the pews down the walkway, a very tall and slender man. You can't make out any features.
Slenderman?
Shut the fuck up. I can't say anything. I can't say anything on this podcast. He is a slender man. He is a man who is slender. He has a lithe build to his body. Jesus Christ.
You look at him for 2 seconds and you die. You go into the
You
death
see
garden, Val.
a man in a very dark purple robe standing there. His slender build, his very thin figure. He stands, you would guess, probably almost 2 feet over you. This man seems abnormally tall. You can't make out any of the features of his face or his body as it's covered by this long robe that just drapes and hangs off of him, and the hood as well, pulled over his head, disguising all features.
Hello, are you the High Priestess? Velrisa is confident. She's ready to meet her maker.
You hear a male's voice ring out from underneath the figure. Are you here for the Lady of Book and Bone?
That is correct.
State your name.
My name is Velrisa.
Velrisa, come down here.
I step down.
Okay, you slowly step down the small staircase and approach this figure. As you get closer, you start to see a bit more of the features under the hood. You see very pale white skin, very small, scraggly bits of facial hair fall underneath the chin. You can tell immediately that it's elven by the long cheekbones, long, thin cheeks and jaw. You see these eyes of red piercing from underneath the shadow of his hood. So he looks down at you as you approach.
And might I ask who you are?
Long have I heard of you, Velrisa, the infernal one, the devil of a family. What brings you here?
I've been given a letter to come to the everlasting church of Ouija so that I may seek help.
And help you shall receive, but not for free, Velrisa. Because you... And he leans over a bit more and actually puts his hands on your shoulder, this presence looming over you. You have angered her. Oh, yes, I've heard. He starts stepping around you slowly, sizing you up and down. I've heard of what you've done. I know exactly every single detail. Oh, and she knows too. I'll tell you right now, she's not happy. I'm not happy either. Are you prepared for the punishment that's due?
Yes, I am prepared.
Exactly what I want to hear. Velrisa, your path to repentance begins now. For the life that you have stolen, the life you've taken from this world, you must do equal parts to make it right, and then some. What I need from you is a task only a holy warrior of a reputable strength can even take on. Are you sure you're ready for it?
I'm more than ready.
You could just get on your knees now and grovel. You could beg for forgiveness.
I will not. I want to complete this task and prove my...
Oh, a daring one she is. The devil has some feistiness in her. Your task will not be a simple one. He He finishes his pacing directly behind you and leans over your shoulder. He raises up his hand. You can see the very, very bony fingers of his hand. As he raises it up, these fires, these small purple like flares, begin to ignite from his fingertips. And in between them, an image begins to hover in between all of his fingers as he balls them together. You see the image of an otherworldly looking place. You see a land of inside the image, you see this otherworldly place, a place of darkness. You see only a few things. The area around, you can tell this is somewhere in the astral plane. Just by the location, you can see the space to the left and right of this image. But in the center, you see up a path of floating rocks. At the top of some spire, you see a platform, a large, dark green circular platform. It's hard to gauge the exact size, as the image seems to be from a very far distance. But it seems to be the size of a city, almost a town, a village maybe. And sitting at the center of this platform is a large floating hourglass, spinning in place. The image starts to move forward. It starts to, almost like it's centered on this hourglass, it zooms in towards it. And you see that the grains of sand are not that of sand, but they are souls. They are these white, effervescent leftover images of people, all slowly hovering and banging around inside this hourglass. They hit the sides of the glass like ricocheting bullets. This sort of chaotic energy being kept inside of it. The man speaks once more. This is an artifact that you must destroy.
And where is this located?
You must head not just out of this world, but into somebody else's. There's been a coercion, a sort of team effort from some of our enemies. I won't spare you the details, you don't deserve them. But what I will tell you is that this artifact is dangerous. They're using it to harvest souls, harvest innocent people from our village, from this city. This artifact is located deep in the lair of the realm of one of these deities. One you should be familiar with. Nerul is the one who owns this domain.
And as soon as the name rolls off his tongue, you recognize it as being the sort of rival of Weejas. Nerul is this chaotic, evil deity. He's known mostly as the Reaper, is what most people refer to him as. It's a lot simpler that way. His followers and his own beliefs are that of just chaos, darkness, and murder.
He is the one who owns this artifact. He's not the creator, but he's the current holder. Your job, Velrisa, is to destroy this, break his link to the artifact, and save these souls. Then, and only then, will you have repented. Then and only then will we just forgive you. Do I make myself clear?
You do. I will destroy this artifact.
You better. It's not my life on the line.
And he pulls his hand back, and he starts to walk out from behind you to face you forward once more.
As I said, this task is not an easy one. It will most likely result in your death. I strongly believe you won't survive this. If you do, you'll shock me. This is what you've been given. This is what you must do. Any questions?
I have my task. I have no further questions.
That is what I like to hear. Here.
He reaches into his robe and he pulls out a necklace, but there is no chain. It is instead just very thin hempen rope that has been dyed white to be the necklace, the actual chain part of it, and then the trinket on the end of it, the bit, is just this purple crystal and almost a perfect diamond shape. You can tell it's been cut by man. It's very it's not a natural occurring crystal for sure by its symmetry. hold on to this.
I reach my hand out and take it.
Okay. As soon as you hold on to it, you can feel, you grab it by the chain, the rope part, and you hold it tight in your hand. You can already feel this vibrant energy, this vibrating coming up from the crystal, even into the rope and into your hands. It feels almost intimidating immediately. This will connect you to this realm. You must find some place in this world where the arcana, the magical energy in the area is strong enough to open a portal. This should react quite accurately to that energy.
I will do my best to find this realm and destroy the artifact.
Okay. At this point, Taxi and Br'aad, you'd be approaching the front of the church at this point of their conversation.
I sure hope he's here.
Me too. It's boarded up, right?
It is. It's completely boarded up.
Okay, I kick the boards in.
I help him out.
There are no boards. The boards on the outside, you can kick them if you want, but they're not going to do much. They're
Should we do this
boards on a door.
The Br'aad way?
At them.
That's the only way I know.
On 3. 3.
Yes,
okay,
we do that.
We
kick it down.
We both
strength
say
checks.
that. Yeah, we kick it.
Strength checks.
Yes! I'm gonna enhance ability! I don't even have it myself.
What am I rolling for this?
Strength check.
Strength check. Let's go. Oh, that's not great.
Oh, yeah! 15!
All right, Taxi. I'm gonna use lucky. I'm gonna use my lucky feet.
Okay.
I'm not fucking around, man. I got like a 6, but that's not what I'm getting, baby. Cause I'm getting a motherfucking 13.
13 in total?
Yeah.
Okay, you both kick the doors. Some of the boards come loose, and the doors very slightly come inwards before they hit the bookshelves that are blockading the doors.
Yes, Taxi.
Dap me up.
The doors crack
Yes.
open.
I dap him.
Immediately as this happens, Velrisa, you hear it. You hear the large thud, and the man immediately stops speaking, and he looks over.
Amen!
Taxi, I hope we find this guy in this building. One more kick, huh?
He looks back
On
towards
3.
you, Velrisa.
3.
He puts one
he
hand on
sees
your
us, right?
shoulder, and he just looks into your eyes and says, "Complete this task. If you don't, I will find you.
I nod.
If you do complete it, and you come back alive, meet me here. Until then, you are dismissed. Complete your task with no obligations, no objections. I don't want there to be anything getting in the way. This is your mission."
I got a nat 20 on the door kick.
As Br'aad's mighty boot hits the door once more, it pushes some of the bookshelves just out of the way enough to leave a small crack in the door where you guys can squeeze your way through.
I got another 15.
It's enough. It budges a bit more. You guys can still just squeeze your way
fuck
through.
that thing. Fuck that door. You first.
I don't know how comfortable I am. I'm kicking a church door, but I'm not really
was
just...
surprisingly okay with it.
As Taxi and Br'aad squeeze their way past Velrisa, the man just disappears out of sight, almost like he just
What the
turns
fuck?
invisible right
This
in
is
front of you.
bullshit.
So as you guys come in, you just see Velrisa standing there between these pews of the walkway by herself, holding on to this crystal necklace.
I didn't think you would still be here.
Yeah, I didn't think.
We heard.
Yeah.
the
So is
church-
there by any chance a man living here? Ardeth?
No, a car.
Oh, my
No. Yes, a car.
It was a car.
What you guys are doing here?
Well, we heard the church was abandoned, so I just figured you just came here, noticed it was abandoned, and then left. So we came.
Well, so yeah, and we're looking for a car to remove a curse that, maybe, who knows? But shit. Okay, but we're looking for that guy, the guy that could be here, that we were told was here by an old man named Ardeth.
But we're looking for a car and not a vehicle that doesn't exist yet, but a car.
You wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know what a car. You wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't. Taxi? What's the
Please.
car?
You're saying
After you say that, after you say that, Br'aad, a voice does echo out from somewhere further into the church. The voice just echoes through the empty abandoned building. And who might be asking for a car?
I point at Br'aad. I
so
scaredly
funny,
point
dude.
at Br'aad.
It's so funny. All right, Br'aad takes both his hands and points at himself and smiles. I want a car.
Your name. Tell him your name.
Br'aad. My name. It's the one time I always do this. My name is Br'aad,
You always do this.
and I want a car.
Ardith sent you. Tricky bastard. I didn't know he'd still think I was here. All right. What do you have for me? Give me something in return. I'll think about it.
Did you catch what we wanted? Or
Or are you just trying to sort of yoink us out of
What
some
you
cash?
want, I can do quite easily.
Oh.
At this point, Br'aad, you
Oh.
feel a presence standing directly behind you.
I teleport behind him. I can't do that. I turn around.
You turn around, there's nobody there, but the voice continues to speak.
That was weird. Okay. What does he say?
You're here. You're in my domain. Speak kind. Speak to me like you should. I am above you.
please?
Half-elf.
Say please.
Huh. Okay. So, my brother. Okay. Well, I guess I've got to say it, huh? Well, Velrisa, here you go. So my brother was cursed, and I would love if you could please
Attaboy.
remove that curse. I'm doing it, Taxi. I'm so polite.
I'm looking up because he said he was above. So I'm like,
Yeah, I also did that, but it's really funny too when I do it. So, I have gold and I can do a flip. Do either of those things sound interesting to you?
The voice kind of just, he snickers at first. If it's gold you want to give, the price is 5,000.
Okay, how many flips?
As you say that, a sort of whirl of purple chaotic energy flashes in front of the altar, and then standing at the podium is this character, this figure.
I was really hoping you were gonna say a car.
I'm gonna stop saying his name because you guys are dicks.
It just gets funnier.
It really does.
I'm just gonna stop saying his name.
I'm gonna anger him so I get to get hit by a car. It'd be so funny.
He pulls
I
back.
walk up to him.
He pulls back
Yeah.
his hood to reveal the entire left side, about beginning halfway up the cheek, and then basically where his entire left eye is. Even parts of the forehead and parts of the upper cheek are entirely bone.
Oh,
You can actually see his eye moving around the socket, and you can see all parts of the white of the eye and where it connects inside the skull.
yo.
hey, you've got a act. You looking good?
His bright red eyes they feel like they're piercing into you as he stares at you, Br'aad. And as he raises up his other hand, you can see this purple energy still swirling around the fingertips as he grins at you.
Am I gonna die? What's going on?
I always liked the monkeys that already offered to dance for me. Okay.
Sweet. So how many flips?
I can help. I say.
Taxi can also do flips, and we can pay
The
off the
flips
flip
I want
count
you to
twice.
do. No. Here. Approach. I'll show you what I want.
Okay, I'm so excited to do these flips. I walk up right next to
Okay,
him.
you start approaching. You start walking towards the podium. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. A wisdom save. Huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a 3.
A 3. Taxi, you watch as Br'aad starts walking up. He doesn't even get all the way past the walkway. As he gets to where the front of the podium would be, he just falls to his knees. In a very fast motion, a very quick reaction. He just drops to his knees and stares forward, completely silent.
Br'aad?
As you approach and you turn to look at Br'aad, you can see his eyes have gone fully white, and he's just staring forward with a very blank expression, his mouth slightly agape.
Now, I don't mean any disrespect. What are you doing?
Oh, I told you, I wanted to play. I want a plaything.
We're not here to play.
It's perfect. Here, no, it's okay. Watch closely. And Br'aad, to you, as you're approaching the podium, everything around you flashes in an instant, bright white light. And next thing you know, you're standing back in the wharf.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
You're standing next to the dock. And your mind starts to almost deteriorate. You start forgetting memories. Taxi disappears from your memory. Velrisa, gone. Mountain, no longer there. You look ahead.
My character development.
You look ahead and you see Silnan approaching you. And you see Catherine to his side. You feel delighted to see the both of them, and you almost feel like you're back in a memory. But you're locked in this memory like it's real life. You don't recall at all the actions previously, the entirety of what just happened. You feel yourself in the situation.
Silnan, it's been so long. It's so good to see you.
Am I supposed to?
Yeah, sure.
Do whatever you want, bro.
Like
Say like vroom vroom.
Just act like how Silnan would have at this point in time. You're still with Catherine.
Br'aad.
You're still with Catherine.
Hey, Br'aad, it's so good to see you. Yeah,
you guys are still living in the abandoned factory. You're at a point in your life where you're still feeling kind of happy. You're a lot, basically just old Silnan.
Okay.
Before the meeting of the party.
Br'aad, what do you mean? I saw you like an hour ago.
Wait, is this? I'm sorry. I thought I was coming back from the.
No, Catherine's still alive.
No.
So.
Yeah, Catherine's still alive.
So this is before. This would have been way before your warlock, even. I think.
Yeah, this would have been before.
Oh,
before.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not even a warlock at this point.
Yeah, no, we're back. We're back, baby.
I would say this would have been 3 years before you took the pact, Br'aad. Been 3 years prior.
Oh, interesting. I was just out on the town grabbing some supplies. I saw a few people we could probably get a little profit off of.
You thinking the regular? Is that what you're?
I'm thinking the classic.
I really like the class. I kind of look over at Catherine. I forget if she approves of my lifestyle.
She just gives you a snarky look.
Okay.
But it's more sassy than anything else.
Okay.
Now stealing is wrong.
Hun. Taxi, now playing Catherine.
I'm not. She's an NPC.
Hey, Catherine, how are you doing? Mind if I go steal this guy so we can steal from other people too?
Wait, can I be Catherine? Seriously?
No, I sorry, I didn't hear what Charles said.
I thought you were waiting for me. I was getting really excited.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
So sorry.
Hey, Catherine, good to see you. Mind if I steal this guy so we can steal from other people?
I suppose. Just don't stay out too late this time, please. You know I don't like it when you boys are out too late, especially with the recent crimes. You know, the murders.
Okay, we'll try. And I shoot a wink.
You get home safe now too, okay?
Just be back before dark, please. She says as you guys walk off.
I'll try.
Br'aad,
this is like a shitty sitcom. I love
really
it.
Is.
Br'aad, that's what I'm trying.
Br'aad Silnan, you're walking down the street. Just a few streets down from where the orphanage is. One of those streets that has a lot of fresh food, a lot of market stalls serving a lot of hot foods and stuff to the laborers. It's a lot more of a quick place to get
just for flavor here. Can we say that like the path would have gone by the orphanage, but we took the long way around to stay away from it? Because I feel like
I feel like you guys do avoid. That's why I was saying it's a few roads
would.
away. I assume you guys avoid that road at all costs.
Then there you go. Cool.
You guys are taking this road down this way.
Great.
Talking
great
amongst each other. So if you want to chat, you're more than welcome to.
I casually steal a loaf of bread.
It's not a hand check.
And it's really And it's really cool. Yeah. Just like as we're walking down the street, check this out. It's going to be so sick. Oh, God. Fucking hell. All right. So that's no, I get to add to it. It's an 8.
It's an 8. As you're casually walking and talking, and you're like, so soon, and you grab the bread like casually. You just hear like behind you, just hey, as you keep walking and continue talking.
And I just take a big bite out of it and offer it to him.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. You think we'll ever ditch this place, leave the wharf behind us?
Oh, one
Make
day,
it big
right?
time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna stay here for the rest of our lives.
There's no way we'll stay here for the rest of our lives.
Not a chance. This place is kind of a shithole. I mean, we're just kind of stuck here by pure situation, I guess. You know, we'll get out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll bring Catherine. Everything's gonna be great.
As
you know what? I've got a good feeling about this.
As you're walking, you notice the road feels. You almost just feel you feel a weird feeling. So you immediately look away from Sonnen. You begin looking around, and you're not on the same road you were. You're in fact standing right in front of the orphanage, and the sun starts setting.
This place is always kind of a bummer, isn't it, Silden? I look over to where he was.
He's still there.
Yeah. I'm still there?
Yeah, you're still there.
Said?
Yeah, you're still there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a shame it's right where we need to go by. Don't know why we walked past this place today.
Yeah, me neither.
Weird. Hey, are you okay?
I think so.
I mean, you're kind of just, you seem a little out of it. Like,
what were we doing again?
Well, we were heading back to the factory.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep doing that then.
Yeah, I mean, we need to get home. I mean, Catherine would be worried.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you begin heading back the way towards the factory. The sun is setting. It's getting quite dark. And as you're walking, you can't help but start to have these very intrusive thoughts, Br'aad. You start having very dark memories of the orphanage, of your previous childhood life. A lot of negative thoughts about the abuse you went through verbally, physically. Just the entire life you had, and it starts to really weigh down on you.
Okay. Yeah, I walk quietly and stew in that, I think.
Mm-hmm. As you're walking kind of just in your own head thinking about it, you get that weird feeling once more, and then you hear a woman shriek. You hear some blood-curdling scream ring out through the night, and it makes you jump. You stop to look around, and you're standing in front of the orphanage again. And it's much later.
Silnen?
The sun's gone all the way down, and it's dark. Sonen's nowhere around.
Did you hear it? What? Silnen?
You look ahead, and you see a lot of the streetlights aren't lit like they used to be. On your path home, you always took one of the paths that was more lit, just so that way you felt more safe in the night. Especially before you took your pact, you felt very defenseless. So you'd always take very bright roads back home at night. But it's very dark, the path leading back.
What does the orphanage look like right now?
You look back towards the orphanage, and it seems taller than you remember. It seems like it's looming over you very menacingly. As soon as you look at it, you start having those memories rush through your head again. Trying to escape, trying to get out. Just all those thoughts.
Okay, yeah, I wanna run away down one of the dark paths.
Okay,
maybe not run, but like definitely nervously walk, like more nervously than before.
You begin at a very quick, just some sort of a quick pace, nervously heading back the way home, kind of thinking to yourself, it's okay, it's all right, it's okay. I'll just get back home. Sonen's home, Catherine's there. You're thinking more reassuring thoughts as you're walking down the walkway. And then you hear the sound of a woman scream again, somewhere off to your left in one of the back alleys. You hear her scream for help.
Do I have like a knife or anything on me?
You have a dagger. You have a dagger that Sonnen gave you.
Okay, I want to pull out the dagger and like slowly creep up and look into the alley.
Okay. You start to slowly move through the alley. As you're getting closer, you hear the sounds of stabbing. You hear the sound of a blade digging itself into flesh repeatedly, again And again and again, as you approach, you peer around the alleyway to look towards the sound. And there you see him. You see the barber. You see him standing there in the alleyway. A female body drops to his side as he lets go of it, and it slumps against the alleyway wall. Blood begins to drip off his blade as he sets it to his side.
Bro, I dip.
And as
I run away.
Before you start running, as the woman's body starts to slowly slide, it hits the ground hard. Its upper body, once it hits the ground, actually gets a bit into the light of a nearby streetlight. And you don't purely recognize this woman. She looks eerily familiar. And then you turn and you begin to run. You head your way out of you head back to the path you were just on and begin running towards the factory. Even at your breakneck speed, you hear heavy bootfall behind you at all times, coming from the alleyways to your left and then to your right. You hear these heavy stomps occasionally, but you run.
Do I see anything or no?
As your head darts left and right to look through the alleyways as you're running, you see nothing. You just hear these stomps coming from them. And then the factory's in view. You see it in the distance. You see home. As you begin running towards it, a figure stands. He walks up and stands in the center of the road, in between you and the factory. You see him. You see the collector, the barber.
What? I'm gonna try and run the other direction.
Mm-hmm. As you turn to head the other direction, you turn around and the road behind you, you just see the orphanage. The road stops at a dead end and the only building there is the orphanage.
Oh God, I run into the orphanage.
You run towards the orphanage, and as the doors break open, as they come swinging open, your eyes, the white flash hits them again. And as you feel your hands pushing against hard doors, you realize you're pushing open barn doors. The barn doors open and you're in a different location. You're in Goldcrest. And then
holy shit, wait.
You begin feeling an itching down the bottom of your neck. This scratching, you start to itch it, you can't help it. You begin to feel yourself bend forward a bit. You begin to feel yourself starting to get this anger somewhere inside. This anger. You don't know what's happening. You don't remember. You don't know what this feeling is. And as you sort of huddle over for a second, putting your shoulder against the barn doorway as support, you begin to feel this hunger deep inside of you. You look up, you look around as you feel this hunger. You feel this itch around your body. Your whole body starts to feel this itch. It's only skin deep and you wish you could scratch it, but you feel like you're gonna start peeling your own skin away just out of how angry and how tense you feel. As you turn and you look outside, you see a herd of cows moving by. You see them off in the pasture. It's dark, it's late, but the cows are still out and you're not sure why. You look towards the house that's in the distance. You can just see a single lantern lit on their porch, but you see no people. You see nobody around. Your eyes lock back towards the cows and you start to step towards them, feeling this hunger, feeling this ravenous urge. And then your heart starts to pound and the fear starts to take over. You're remembering exactly this moment, what you did, what happened, and you start to become more self-aware. You know this has already happened. You realize that this is a memory and you're trying your hardest to push yourself out, get away from it.
Wait. No.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
What does Br'aad look like?
Gotta be wisdom, man.
What does Br'aad look like on my side? Because I'm just next to him.
On your side,
this
this is all happening almost instantaneously. But as I said, when you turn to look at him after he falls to his knees, his eyes just went pure white, no pupil,
so
and he just stared forward with his mouth agape.
I got a 15.
A 15. You try to move your body, but you can't. It's like an out of body experience. You can't help as your muscles move on their own. You're screaming, but only internally. You can't control yourself. You want out. You need out. And then your vision snaps back too, and you're on your knees in the church. Your head hurts. You have a powerful migraine, and you're very dizzy as you almost fall forward, your hands hitting the cold stone, trying to keep balance.
I would catch him.
As you're almost forcefully knocked back into reality.
What a tease. Nobody gets to find out what happened with the cows.
It's pretty self-explanatory, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
I
Your double vision slowly.
Wait, does he catch me?
He does. You
keep
feel
from falling
Taxi's
over.
arms, his hands hit your shoulder as your double vision slowly comes to, and you realize where you are once again.
Taxi?
I don't. Are you all right?
Where? Who?
We're still in the church. What did you do?
Did you enjoy your
church?
trip?
Who's you? I wanna. Yeah, I'd do this. I wanna whip out my wand of wonder and cast it at him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Shall I roll it?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Oh no.
Fuck it. We could use a little more nonsense bullshit in this episode.
Fireball.
I mean, Br'aad wouldn't mind in this current moment.
Holy fuck! What? That's a high one.
Oh no.
How high we talking?
Is this?
Because it could be really silly. He could turn blue, Jared.
Okay.
Can you imagine how cool that would be if he turned blue?
Is this?
What happens was you go to point the wand at him, and you feel the arcanic. Thank you, mouth. You feel the arcanic energy start to flow from the wand, and as you point it towards him as a target, and you go to cast, you instead feel the power start to backfire, and you immediately regret your decision as you feel it go all the way down your forearm towards your chest, and you feel probably a deep fear at this point, unknowing of what's about to be cast on you instead. And then instead, a bright white light extends from Br'aad in a 30-foot radius all around him, causing everybody in the room to become blinded.
Dispel magic. Can I dispel magic here?
I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw first.
Okay. I mean, I would assume this is the magic, and afterwards is being blind. Constitution
Yes,
saving
sir.
throw, huh? Okay.
14.
14?
Yeah.
I got an 18
14?
on that one.
18? Velrisa?
14.
14. Br'aad, you're surprisingly not blinded. You're temporarily blinded when the white light comes out, but then as it fades away, you keep your vision. Everybody else in the room is blinded for a minute.
Including the dude?
Br'aad, as your eyes reopen and you look back to where he was, it's just empty. The podium is completely
Where?
blank. There's no one there.
Oh,
There's no one there.
fuck,
You just, the
Br'aad!
only people there are Taxi and Velrisa, who are both completely blinded.
I can't
Are
see.
you-
I can't.
Are you okay?
Why did you do
did
that?
I teleport him away?
Br'aad, I can't see.
What do you mean? Your eyes are. I see you looking. Where are
I
you
can't
looking? I'm right
see,
here.
Br'aad. It's all white.
I'm literally right here.
Where are you? And I reached somewhere else. I'm
Taxi-
trying to punch the air. I can't.
Where'd he go?
I'm trying to punch Br'aad, but I don't see him.
Can I do
You
any
punch
sort of
Velrisa
perception
right in the
check to
face.
see where he went?
Is Velrisa just like sitting there with her eyes like glazed open,
No, I'm
just
just
like
not moving.
I'm just sitting there with my
Okay.
arms out, kind of stumbling around.
Your eyes hurt so bad. It's like a burning feeling as you're blind.
Okay, then I'm stumbling around and screaming.
It does not feel great to be blinded. It does not feel great. Taxi has the right idea.
What was the roll out of curiosity?
The roll is a 94.
Oh damn, I was really hoping it was like really close to the 88 to 90.
No,
It's like
it was a 94. So we got a burst of colorful shimmering light extends from you in a 30-foot radius. You and each creature in the area must succeed on a DC 15th con save or become blinded for a minute.
it's really close to the blue skin, dude.
Yeah. That was
would've been
super
funny.
close to it. It was 94.
Yeah, I want to do a perception check to see if I can tell where he
I'm
went.
going to make a perception check, as you're the only one who can see right now.
If I cast
Yep.
Fairy Fire, will I still be able to see my magic? The
No, you can't
outlines?
see.
But
You still
gotta
see
see
the
it.
aura with your eyes. Your eyes are currently not working.
18 minus 2, so 16.
18 minus, okay, 16. As you look around, you feel like you see almost a shimmer move into the back room, off to the right towards the kitchen area that Velrisa knows. You see, you don't see a body or a person, but you see almost like a shimmer of light move through that archway.
I grab Taxi's hand and start running towards the archway.
Oh, bro!
Taxi, we went this way. He went this way.
Why are we
you
running?
being so? What are you doing? Come on.
You
this way.
blinded me, you stupid bitch!
Can I try to follow their screaming while stumbling and in pain?
Make a.
I'm gonna try and reach for Vel's hand on the way there. Let me know if I
That's
get.
fucking so funny,
Let me
dude.
know if I grab.
You're gonna grab
You're gonna grab a hold of one of the pews and fucking pull your arm.
Did Nate just say, let me know if I grab a titty?
No, I said let me know if I grab Vel's hand.
That's what I
or
thought. I was like, you
grab.
horny motherfucker.
Let me know if I grab a titty.
No, I wasn't saying that at all.
Gosh, I hope I grab a titty.
No, Velrisa, you start stumbling, trying to follow the sound of their voice, bumping your shins into the fucking sides of the pews, and it doesn't feel great. But Br'aad, you enter that room, and it's a kitchen. There's a very flat stone counter in the center, some stoves attached to the side wall to your right, some cold storage and some crates. And then to your left, there is a small archway door that leads to a spiral staircase leading down.
Taxi, do you see him?
I can't see, Br'aad.
Oh shit! I forgot.
My eyes are burning.
I do a quick sweep of the room, and if I don't see anything, I run down the stairs down
Okay,
that
a
way.
perception check for me real quick then. Just quick scan.
Did I need to
He's
roll?
just yanking my.
No,
7 strength
you're
bar.
following, but half-assedly, and you're very slow because you're bumping into things,
Okay.
and you're purely just going off of the sound. You're listening to where Br'aad's running.
I got a 17.
17. As you glance around,
Yeah, actually.
you see the broken window where Vel entered. You look around the rest of the room. You don't see anything noticeable. No, nothing special.
Okay. I'm gonna run down the stairs and keep dragging taxi.
Okay, you drag Taxi down the stairs. When you hit the bottom of the stairs, Taxi, the rest of your blindness goes away. You start to slowly regain your vision. As you hit the bottom of the stairs, Br'aad, and you look around, you see a very open room. There's not a lot of decor, no furniture. You just see four large pillars, two right in front of you, and then two more a bit a ways away near the back side of this room. It's a very long room, probably about 60 feet going in front of you. It's empty aside from a single coffin that is sitting on the other side.
This is just a fucking horror sequence, bro.
I'm blind and I have to pee, Br'aad.
Taxi, can you see? Did I make you have to pee?
I do now. Can I see
Quick,
yet?
pee, and then we can find
You
a
guys
car.
you guys can see now.
Oh, I can see.
again too.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yes.
Where,
I thought it would. I don't know what it would do at all, actually. But a car. Show yourself.
There's no sound. As I said, I already said the room to you. So everybody, you guys see the same thing. The coffin is open, but you can't see what's inside of it as it's raised on a small table, and you can see that the front part is just open completely.
Taxi, we cannot let this guy get away.
What did he do?
To me, I don't. He fucking pass blasted me, dude.
and how did he do that? What did he do?
I don't know. I feel like we should check the coffin. Who wants to do that?
I will.
I don't.
I walk up to it and check it.
Okay, you start slowly approaching,
Jesus fucking awesome.
walking. As I said, it's a very long room, so it's gonna take a couple of seconds. You start stepping down towards the coffin. Your footsteps echo down this room. You can hear them each time stepping and echoing farther and farther. You see no side tunnels, no side entrances. You see no way to exit this room. But as you walk up to the coffin, you see, as I said, it's open, and you see there is a body inside of it. As you step forward and get closer to it, you see it's a female's body, and it's in very good condition. There's no sign of decay. You can just see her upper body. You can just see her arms folded over a very nice, fine white dress that's on the body. And you can just make out her facial features and her long black hair that falls to the back. But her body seems relatively intact for how old the church is. But she does not seem familiar to you at all.
Can I see if she has life at all? She's
As you move down, you put your fingers close to the throat to feel for a pulse. You feel nothing. This is a corpse. She is deceased.
Can't you talk to ghosts and shit?
Was that something you said?
No.
Probably.
Hey, can't you talk to ghosts and shit?
that.
Taxi.
Now, Br'aad, I don't know what happened, but was it bad enough to where you had to attack him and risk not him removing the curse from Silnan?
I didn't think about it, but yeah, what he did was really, really bad. He kind of mind fucked me.
Okay. Do you think it balances with how bad Silnan's curse is? Like, should we? Are we hunting?
Taxi. Imagine this. He literally made me relive the worst parts of my life.
Oh.
Yup. So I shot him with a random thing.
Okay. I'm sorry, Br'aad.
Me too, but maybe I still shouldn't have done that. We have to find him.
Velrisa.
Technically, he does owe you, though, right?
Yes.
Velrisa, what do you do in this situation?
Can I, since being deceased, can I tell like a time frame, or maybe if she has a spell on her to keep her body from decaying?
Make an Arcana check.
That's not good. 7.
7? Mm-hmm. You don't feel any sort of magical energy coming off of her. There's no protective aura. You don't feel necessarily anything.
And they noticed the body, right? They approached with me?
Yes. Well, they didn't approach with you.
Yeah.
But
I approached first and they joined.
If they got closer, they could notice the body as well, of course. But just from where you guys were standing at first, it's hard to make it out. Since it's raised on the table, you can't really see the contents until you approach.
Guys, there's this lifeless body here. I'm getting nothing from it. It's just she's deceased, but she looks perfectly intact.
Maybe he's doing like an illusion. Should we like poke it?
You should not poke the deceased body now.
Why don't you take a look at it, Br'aad?
Is that really?
And I'll take a look as well.
Is that really the best idea?
I don't know. I think we're running out of time.
I don't know. I mean, he seems to be gone. I can try and highlight him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
do that.
I'll cast Verifire.
Where?
Oh, it's a 20-foot cube. How big is church?
Very big church.
Oh, this room is 60
How big is
foot
this room?
long. So it's not very wide. It's probably only about 20 feet, probably more like 16 feet wide.
Where should I do it? I don't.
But it goes 60 feet back to where Velrisa is currently standing.
I trust your intuition, Taxi.
The bum.
You can always like maybe try and roll perception or something to guide you, but
Sure. Okay, I'll look around, Jared, for like, I don't know, my intuition, the best spot.
Sure, make a perception check.
Wow.
What does that mean?
that doesn't mean anything good.
18. No, I have a high perception. It just rolls.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Looking around, there's no key points in the room other than a coffin that you could even think of to aim towards. And you look around, you don't see any motion, you don't see any movement. You look around maybe the pillars to see if anybody's hiding behind them, but you see nothing.
I'll cast it once, 20 foot around us, and see if that works. First.
So around you, so targeted on you.
So I am center point, 20 feet cube around us.
Okay. Nothing gets lit up except for you two.
Okay. I'll drop that. And then does it have to be where I see it?
You can just somewhere you can target.
I will target in the church area, like the middle of where he was before, where he did the hand thing.
So you go back upstairs?
No, I believe I can just target it.
Oh, what's the range for the targeting?
60 feet. Oh, might be too far.
60 feet? No, you could reach that for 60 feet. You're not that far down below. Not at all.
I'll give that a shot then.
Nothing gets lit up either up there.
Br'aad, I can't find it. He's not. Wait, did he have an object? Do you remember an object?
Did he? Wait a second. I point at the necklace that Velrisa has. Velrisa, you didn't have that necklace before, right?
No, it was given to me by him.
Well, shit!
I can only locate an object he has on his person.
And it's in my hand right now.
Well, wait, so like an item I remember him having?
Yes.
He had robes. That was like about it, right?
Can I locate his exact robe from my memory, which is very high memory? Can I locate his robe?
He also has a bone. He has a bone face.
No,
Could you locate his
object? I think his robe should work.
Face?
I describe his robe.
You could also, yeah, like, does Taxi remember him having anything? Br'aad runs a fucking...
Yeah, no, you can locate objects with that.
I'll locate object and locate his purple robe.
You locate the direction, and you just feel a tug directly in front of you towards the direction where the coffin is.
Well, I believe he's right in front of us, Br'aad.
Like, okay, I punched directly in front of me where nothing is.
You just hit area.
Okay, so in the coffin?
Maybe you should look.
I'm gonna look in the coffin. I pull out my Wand of Wonder again.
Okay, you pull out the Wand of Wonder.
Would it be fucked to cast Hideous Laughter on this corpse?
I don't think it'd work.
I don't think it's a corpse. I'm gonna poke Velrisa. I'm gonna poke the corpse.
Br'aad, I said not to poke the corpse.
I know, but I don't think it's a corpse. I think it's him.
Are we about to get jump scared?
I hope I don't get jump scared, Taxi. I'm gonna reach over and I'm gonna gently poke the corpse.
With your finger?
Yup.
Okay,
That's what Br'aad would
you
do.
gently reach over with your index finger and you start moving towards what part?
Also,
are you poking the face, the shoulder?
I was gonna poke a part where clothing was. I feel like poking the corpse face would be a little too much.
Okay, you could poke
for me.
You could poke the shoulder.
What are my options? I would poke the shoulder. I also have my wand drawn in my other hand.
You slowly reach down, and as your hand grazes the shoulder and you lightly poke, nothing happens.
So I just feel a tug in the direction of the coffin or past it?
You sense the direction, so it tells you which direction the object's in. So you learn that the robe is in front of you. You learn the direction to head.
Guys, maybe
locate object.
Maybe he's not in here, but behind the church, I saw an entrance to a cellar. Maybe he's down in there.
Okay, would it be roughly in this direction? And I point forward.
I assume it is.
What was that?
Is the cellar that I saw behind the church, would that be in that general direction?
From where you're standing, the cellar would be to your backside where the staircase was.
I walk. Is there a wall behind the coffin?
Yes, there is a wall behind the coffin. It's about 12 feet away from the coffin.
So I walk to that wall. Is the direction still in front of me, or does it go behind me now?
The direction goes behind you. The direction points directly at Velrisa.
I cast Charm Person on the dead body.
Nothing happens.
I'm not looking for Velrisa's robe. I'm looking for his robe.
Yes.
Velrisa.
Taxi, help me out here. I'm lost.
Wait, did you make it audible that it's pointing to me?
Yeah, it keeps pointing towards you. If I'm over here, it points to your direction. If I'm behind you, it points to your direction. It's either you. Wait, Velrisa, go that way.
I move.
But away from the coffin, and then I'll go towards where you are.
To the side.
Yeah.
Does it point? Where's it pointing at?
It points directly in front of you.
It's the coffin. I don't see him here.
Velrisa, how cool is it if I kick this coffin?
No, I don't think you need to.
Okay, I walk up to the coffin and feel around it, and do I feel any mechanism, maybe? Or anything
as you're standing there, you start to look around the coffin, looking like underneath for anything around it, the table. As you start peering around, kind of peeking, you feel a very firm hand grab you on the shoulder.
That's not me.
Guys,
are you okay?
There's a hand in my shoulder.
Do we see this hand?
No, you don't.
No, there's not.
I put my hand on the hand.
Mm-hmm. Does a 17 hit Br'aad's armor class?
Yes.
Okay. From behind Velrisa, a chaotic purple-like eldritch blast fires from thin air and hits you for 7 force damage. And then
oh my god,
then slowly,
stop!
From behind her, revealing, materializing almost, you see the body of a car as he starts to reform.
What is going on?
Standing behind Velrisa, his hand just firmly on her shoulder.
I said please to you, and then you did very bad things.
I did nothing.
That's not even true.
I simply perused.
So you're gonna remove the curse on him or what?
Well, I was thinking about it, but I don't like it when guests are intrusive.
Oh man, this sucks.
Taxi?
I look at Br'aad.
I want to beat this guy up.
I crack my knuckles. Vel,
Hey, Vel.
I have an issue.
You want to beat this guy up with us?
Br'aad,
You feel the hand tighten a bit more on your shoulder,
Br'aad.
and you hear him kind of. He mumbles to the point where only you could really hear him. He just goes, "Do you really think we Joss would like that?"
Who are you to come in here
Can I-
and demand he cures your curse?
Can I insight check this man?
Insight check him. Sure, go for it.
I want to see if he is who he says he is. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a follower of Ouija's from my experience with Vel. That is a 19.
19. He seems very angry.
Velrisa?
He does not seem very happy. As for gauging who he really is, it's hard to do that off an insight check.
Yeah.
You can't really tell for sure his actual occupation or his intentions, but he does seem
Can I
visibly upset.
Velrisa? Step aside. I need this person.
But you came into this church looking for his service, and you treat him with no respect.
I treated him with respect until he made me relive the worst parts of my life.
He did do something kind of really
The
messed up.
worst
I don't know
parts.
what kind of
Those are yet to come.
I cast One Wonder again on him.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
What do you want from me, dude? He fucking sucks. And I'm very emotionally charged.
He's
Velrisa is right next to him.
She's actually in between.
so you're casting it
Yeah.
straight at me.
No, what she's casting. Well, I would assume he casts above because he's like 7 feet tall.
Oh, holy shit, he's 7 feet tall. I cast it at his face.
That's only-
He stands 2 feet taller than Velrisa.
Yeah,
I
I cast it at his face.
Yeah, no, he's a big boy. That was okay. Wand of Wonder. Let's see here. I don't think we've gotten this roll before, so let's see what it is.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I don't know why I keep picking
love
to
it.
use this thing.
Tactical nuke.
I don't
Tactical
know if
nuke
that's a roll I can do.
It'd be fucking funny. Wow.
What is it?
I am next.
Vel, let me see here. Hold on, let me see. Okay, no, okay. Yeah, deck save from Velrisa.
I was about to show up at
What
your
is it?
doorstep.
We'll see.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna look at them. I'm not even gonna look at what has deck save.
13. That's a fail.
that would fail though.
That's a fail. I know for a fact. Yeah, what's your DC, Br'aad?
It's 15. Wait, no. I think we talked about this. 15 or 16, but either way, it doesn't matter.
So
You break my legs.
Did you say I break your?
Let me give you a hint as to what's about to happen.
It's too much.
Let me
This
give
is-
you a hint.
this is
as
too
to what's about to happen.
I am so.
I guess Br'aad doesn't really care if anything happens to Vel. He kind of is.
Well, that's a little bit of an exaggeration.
Would you like a hint? Would you
A
like a
little
hint, Br'aad, to what just happened?
Yeah.
I would like.
I mean,
Well,
taxi's
what do we
right
what do we
there.
see happen? I just want to know what we see happen.
Here's the first hint I'm gonna give you.
Oh my god, that was
That's
a
a
lot.
lot of dice.
Wait. A deck say. Oh no. Was it fucking Fireball again?
Was it?
No, dude. Please
Okay,
tell me it wasn't Fireball.
As you point
There's-
at him angrily, you feel the wand begin to shake once more, but this time the energy releases from the point of the wand, and this archaic bolt of lightning fires straight in a line and fires through Velrisa and into a car. Velrisa, you take 23 points of lightning damage,
Oh my god.
as does a car. He releases his grip on you immediately and steps back. You can see the charring around his chest area, but it definitely hit Velrisa a little more.
Can I cast Major Image behind us and create a just like a massive stone wall so there's no way out of this room? Or so
This is an irredeemable situation. This is fucking ridiculous.
I do that. I reach out one hand behind me and I cast Major Image, and bricks come out of sort of the walls around and seal up the only way out of the room.
He peers behind and looks back to you, and he almost snarls as his teeth begin to show. And he raises up his fingers once more, and these purple bolts of energy start to sort of fire off his fingertips as he stares at you, Br'aad.
I want to jump in front of Br'aad, like put my hands out.
You know, this is.
I'm like, I don't know if Velrisa gets up and she's blocking him. I'm blocking Br'aad.
You've just made a grave mistake. As he says that, his eyes begin to shine a very bright red as the purple energy starts to fire off almost like lightning bolts now from his fingertips. These thick bolts of energy start to slap against the ground below him as his hands raise. And you can feel the power in the room. It's almost like static as you can feel all your clothes start to cling to you. The air gets heavier. His eyes are dead set on you, Br'aad.
Nope. My body's blocking him.
Thanks, Taxi.
You really fucked up.
I think I might have made
a second god very angry.
I think I might have made the wrong decision and maybe misevaluated this seemingly very powerful person.
He starts to slowly step towards you. Which part do I want to break first? The limbs, the mind.
I'm gonna eat you. That's right. I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna eat you, and then I'm gonna shit you out.
Br'aad,
and then I'm gonna eat that shit. Let's dance, motherfucker.
And then his hand raises towards Br'aad. And Br'aad, make another wisdom saving throw.
Can I dispel magic? Would that have an effect here?
Dispel magic is not a reaction, so technically not in this part.
Let's go, motherfucker!
If you had counterspell, I would definitely allow that.
I don't.
-1, Jared. Yes, dude.
-1.
This is what you like to see, guys.
As his hand raises up.
Yeah, I'm really gonna.
His entire body changes. Everything around you, in fact, changes. The room
Charlie.
changes.
Yep.
Taxi.
This was an awful decision.
Taxi becomes Silnan.
What?
But younger,
why me?
very young. Standing in front of you instead of Taxi, you see a younger Silnan trying to defend you. And in front, you see...
Oh my god.
Instead,
That's so sad.
Instead of a car, you see Brendan.
Do I know what's happening or no?
It's hard to tell. You once again, your mind starts to deteriorate. You start to lose remembrance of where you were, what was happening. You just all of a sudden you're in. The room looks familiar to you as you look around. It's wooden. There's a nice fire crackling in the distance, and you can see these bookshelves lining the walls. The room is striking some familiarity to you, to your younger self, but you can't put a name or a place. You can't pinpoint it. But you feel scared as you look back towards Brendan. He seems very angry as he steps towards you. His knuckles, he actually cracks them as he starts to unwrap these bandages that were around his hands as Silnan stands in front of you, trying to block the way.
I got this. Sorry, Silnan.
that was not audible.
That was literally disgusting.
Silnan, I need you to say stop hitting him, because that's what Taxi would say. I don't know.
Wait, how young is Silnan?
You would probably be about 12.
Stop hitting him! Kind of like that. Adolescent? Yeah. Cool.
He starts walking, his eyes still locking with yours, Br'aad, not even paying any attention to the Silnan in front of you.
All right, Br'aad closes his eyes. Okay, I've got this. This isn't real. And I walk out around Silnan and just like put my arms out and close my eyes.
Okay. You start walking and then you feel something very violently grab a hold of the back of your shoulder, like grabbing a hold of the cloth of your clothes, the material of it. As your eyes are so closed, so I don't know what you do in reaction.
I'm just trying to tune this all out.
So,
is anything happening? Like,
so basically, I do not react to that. Yeah.
Okay, so it grabs a hold of you, and you keep trying to walk, but it holds you where you are. You start to lift off the ground slightly. You feel your feet leave the ground.
Okay, it feels real. I look.
As your eyes open, Brendan is holding you by the back of your collar. He's looking at you, and you can, as you look down quickly, you see his other hand balled into a fist, and he starts to raise it. And he just smiles, and he says, There's no need to protect him. He'll get what he deserves. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Thank you so much to Little Miss Monarch, Abel, Tarantula General, Alexander Campbell, Anastasia Purple, Andrew Gorgiu, Asteria Nix, Bearded Baguette, Bella, Ben, Teabag in parentheses, Bitchy Boy, Br'aad, Br'aad Believer, Cadus, Colton Bradburn, Coric, Critical Miss, Kuhl, Dice Show 420, Darnell the Cat, Desert Pen 15, Disliked, Divinator, Dylan Cross, Erusian Battleship Tanager, Ethor Haraldson, George Benji, George Dolby, Ginger Nopples, Godspeed Iron Bucket, Hard Corgi, Herp, Husey, Hyper Retron, Imperative, It's Drifty, Jared Lyons, Jay Newell, Jessifer, Josh Bajarski, Josh Patekic, I'm gonna get it one day, Katie Bean, Kayla, Kaylee Henniclaus, Kodoke, Lyric Normal, Mania Joe, Master Metheus, Melinito, Melissa Honeycutt, Mirth Aiders, Mohammed 107, Mountains Thunder Thighs, Mr. Woods, One Sock Thief, Pariah Purple, Pie Incorporated, Posias, Rags, Rocky, Salutation, Shardang, Slatica Gaming, Slimecicle but handsome. Again, he's already handsome. Your name doesn't make any sense. Sneaky Cactus, Soup, Silvo, Tate Rodon, Taxi's Drow, Thievy McSneakyson, The Big Motherfucking Cheese, Tiny Peepee Little Wee, Tiny Mr. Man, Vatic, Vroom, Wholesome, Wilbur Dunham, Yeshua Benadio, and Zelnerd. God, there's a lot of you. That took me 2 minutes to read. Thank you guys so much for the support. It actually means a ton to us. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. See you next week.